$1 to 1 cedi. Okay, that time. By the time they left office, they call what? 4 to 1. And yes, sir. So it was a quadrupling. Yeba from 4, no. Anka yesu yebe quadrupler. Anka yebe call 16. And yes, sir. If we had moved at that sort of rate, no, Anka yebe 16. So, but where are we? 5 point something. If we had followed their trajectory, no, Ankana, we would within our term we would have been talking about 16. But when you talk about depreciating at an exchange rate of about 8% on average, and you are having inflation around that amount between 10 and so on, you have really performed well, because the exchange rate is consistent with the fundamentals. It's consistent with inflation. Anka strong enough. Election year so far, August, and you have a depreciation of the currency of just around 2%. It's very remarkable. You touch wood. Let's hope it stays that way. But it's really remarkable. I've not seen the exchange rate depreciation since 1992 be this low in an election year. I've not seen it. So I think that the receiver is going to go ahead starting this week to make payments to these groups, like DKM customers and so on. It is very, very important that process begin, and we hope it will be completed. 98% of depositors omusa aka omusika. That's what the receiver tells us. 98%.
Omusika 100%.
Yes.
And I say sikane bond.
Well, I think that there's a mix of the two. Sikane bond so but I think that 98% have gotten. But the bond is just basically an acknowledgement of an obligation to you. So the government may not have enough cash, but tells you that I owe you, right? So we will give you that money. But that gives you comfort compared with someone telling you have lost your deposits. So, but what we are doing now, the savings and loans and microfinance, what is being raised, I think they are going to try to pay them in cash. The way there, Santina, Minister for Finance, did Chuja in the mid-term review recently, because the COVID, it has devastated the global economy. So when we say our exports will be affected, our imports will be affected, our revenues are declining. At the same time, our expenditures are also. So the deficit will be increasing. So the COVID has been very, very adverse to our progress. But as I keep saying, it has delayed what we wanted to do, but I don't think it has derailed it. And we believe that the programs that we are putting in place will allow us to recover relatively quickly from COVID in terms of its impact on the economy. We are quite optimistic on that, but the impact on the economy has been adverse, no doubt about that.
For the records, the cost of the Kwame Nkrumah Interchange project, as approved by Parliament and expended by the contractor, is 74.8 million euros, equivalent to $90 million at the time. After 2 years, the Mahama government laid before Parliament another export credit facility for the design and construction of another project, the Ring Road flyover, at a cost of $170 million. This transaction was approved on the 2nd of October 2014. The scope of work of the two projects are totally different. In my hand here is the parliamentary Hansa of Thursday, 16th August 2012. Then the second one, which is a different project, $170 million Ring Road flyover. That Hansard is also here. How could no less a person than the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana lie by lumping together the cost of these two distinct and separate projects?
Ghana has now become the fastest growing mobile money market in Africa. The fastest growing. And it is just very remarkable. Today, Kwame, mobile money transactions as of 2019 was 200 million transactions. not money, but number of. If you look at bank transactions for 2019, it was 599,000. It has been turned on its head now. Mobile money is more used than your traditional bank. The banking transactions are only 3% of the total.
Interestingly, sir, interoperability, now how much did it cost? No, anybody saying?
Interoperability, let me tell you, there was a contract to do the interoperability, and that contract was to be done for $1.2 billion. We looked at it. I think it was very clear that there were certain conditions precedent that had not yet been satisfied. The Bank of Ghana terminated the contract. And instead of spending $1.2 billion to do mobile interoperability, we spent $4.5 million.
How come?
Because it was value for money.
Scope of work in BIAMAH the same thing.
Pretty much. I think it's even bigger because of what has been done. We refreshed a lot of the equipment. And as I said, right now, we are the leading country in Africa on mobile money interoperability.
Abusuafo ema munyina ha ema mo akwa baba me mind so e wo Neat 100.9 FM. Ya wa Ship House Abeka Junction. Ya mamunyina ha ya mamo akwa babie wo na ene eye benada August busumi de to so aduonum 25th August 2020. Ene ye da so kokura ene wiemu asesa. Ewiemu aye fefefe wiemu aye dede hyehyehye kama. Yenya sinkonwa se na oti yenka na chese o my Ghana nti ene yesinkonwa ye ne munyina be kan yenti apa ho ne ahwekwan ye be fa so a yenso ye de adwene be boa o my Ghana eye menum bienu ye dia enti ade bia ye be ye ne ya yenwene ho ehu se ade yi ebe boa o maye enfa so be na de bebre o maye ene ye August busumi de to so aduonu enumeka hunu se Yewura afi 2020 mono yedi nefo makomako ahenu aduasa enso 237 days. Enyama bebre na akoso 237 days enyama bebre na akoso COVID nko adifa. Abusuafo anam COVID nsaso ahwere wo mo ade hye bebre kwa abusuafo bebre. Hadwene ye papa sanka COVID ya ma anko da so kan ye ho. Enso nyina mu yebeka ne san yebese ne san ye dia seda ma twedi aponya kropon se yeda so te ase ne ye wonkwam sei aka nafua no ma mehwe makomako be se oha aduonu enso say ye will leap year mu ai instead of 365 days and ye did 366 days it is yet me spend 237 days dia na ye dia wie na just aka 127 days Enti nana aka no ye befa kwan be na ye befa so ye be spend ye ai e kwan na enna dodo na aka no kwan be na ye befa so ye be spend ko si 2020 afe no awie ye wadwene ho senka na aka ye bibi na fa impact obi life ye bibi na fa maserie ento obi ano ye bibi na fa boa obi a onama ho hiahia mu na ontimi free mu eti afi 2020 be kona wie no wankasa obeka se nyame wa yebe edo asesa wona meso agi akra bi ne nyina ya bomaka e de ahyo yankopon ni din animonyam eti nkamene wo ankame de serie beto afoforo anno ankame ntwitwa nkrofo enenti ankame ni nkrofo ho konkonsa ankame mamani mmere obi ade na emom no nkame dwen ma hwese ne yame ye no esunsanso papa ben ene de bebre obi a obeme Abusia Neat 100.9 FM no so egu a utie no Jumadi Echagu live wo Facebook wo Neat 100.9 FM live Facebook Neat 100.9 FM live Oko share no like no share kama edi amaye Sanso na oko YouTube so Despite Media Ebusua me din e de MAAME BIAMAH AKWAFO betimi afra me BIAMZ 1 na asa MAAME soja woman gada ni nyina meje so me producers pampe wo mo etime chi e wo hasei Jo Odame Ado oboa me papa boa nsema hodo bebra no e de aba ne ye besi ni nyina akoso sanso na enya moaso ko free luxury ose agyeman ho bra papa what time chi say pampe wo fam wo so won wida your social media handles so you about free or no ena handle the amaye eto wo dia wo be ya ne se wo be hwe wo Facebook live and audio radio no beto neat 100.9 FM and what tie yen edru bra is audio contribution se ba wo betimi dia fa Facebook live hono mo neat 100.9 FM live and also betimi dia fa 0503721744 0503721744 ye beken kan come ede amamo bra esemo na we dey ade sede ba kwa me de tumu anim ne se mesrem adamo kasa no ya momma enchini ntom mumfa nchini ntom kama enchini ntrimu ai sesi chenso na ade betumu emantwemu mentrimu pepepepepepepe esansem bi hono na mo de ba ya na ano ehye dodo ebusua kame ho ene nyina mo a ne ehwe ne ebetimi aye ede aboa oman Ghana enche kura ye de kanawu ebebrew enti me ba sesi ya me twa me ho wan na maba me ba pepepa na wu ene edruso Ghana
best station in the capital Neat
the national ID aba NDC omo no 8 years they couldn't issue the national ID card. Even though President Kufuor brought it on board in 2008, they came in up to 2016. We couldn't get it done. But we now have over 14 million people who have been enrolled onto the national ID cards. And, by the end of the year, we expect at least 16 million people will have national ID cards. That is a game changer in our economy. It's a real game changer. Sano, everybody, and we are going to link it with births and deaths registry. So you will get a national ID number right from birth, and then we will go on. So the uniqueness of identity is very, very important for the management of the economy, right? So to say you're going to have the national ID card, and that will immediately give us an opportunity to convert all the national ID card numbers to TIN numbers. So right now, if you look at our tax base, we are looking at around less than 3 million TIN numbers in Ghana since independence. Less than 3 million in a population of 30 million people. Less than 3 million tax identification numbers. So the economy is largely informal.
If our friends in the MPP are still in doubt about this fact, the fact that John Dramani Mahame's achievements in all sectors of the nation completely dwarfs that of President Akufo-Addo, then they should simply encourage their leader, President Akufo-Addo, to accept the challenge by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for a debate on their respective records of delivery at a place, time, and with moderators and timekeepers of his choice. Perhaps only then would they see their smoothness level. It doesn't matter the venue President Akufo-Addo chooses for this debate. He can choose his Nima residence and make the First Lady Auntie Becky the moderator and make Kojo Oponkroma and Dr. Bawumia his timekeepers. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will still come for that debate. Stolen project number 1. Ongoing construction of 2 6-unit classroom blocks with auxiliaries, borehole, and 10-seater micro-flash toilet at Asronase, Kwadendeng in the Tyne district. That 6-unit classroom block, in fact, there are 2 of them in Kwadendeng in the Tyne district, were fully funded and executed by the Rotary Club. The claim that this government has completed 3-unit classroom block at Abomoyao in the Sojamine district is false. It is a stolen project because that project was fully funded and executed by the Pencils of Promise, an NGO. Pictorial evidence of boreholes, common boreholes, which were executed by the Latter Day Saints charity. All those borehole projects, over 20 of them, have been shamefully appropriated by Dr. Bawumia and the MPP as achievements of this government.
As for challenges there, I mean, we say there's any country in the world that only challenges on anything. But The important thing is you do things to bring relief to people. When we came, for example, electricity prices, even under Dumso, were going up by 45% annually, average. What will be that? Dumso was there and we were increasing electricity prices, 45% on average. They had cancelled teacher training allowance. So the teachers were suffering. Households were suffering. They had cancelled nursing training allowance. They were suffering. The teachers were being paid 2 to 3 months for 2 to 3 years of work. So they were also suffering. So we had the NHIS became almost cash and carry. So people who were using the health system were suffering. Access to ambulance was not there, and many rural areas were suffering because basic infrastructure was not there, and people could not pay their children's school fees to go to school. So it created an environment of increased hardship. And when we came in, we are not saying we've eliminated hardship, but we have reduced it tangibly. Electricity prices have come down by about 11% cumulatively. 11%. NDC cumulatively, electricity went up by 265%.
Abusiafo kana wo bre na so ye de ebre won ne kana wo ne yebu yaketem ye ko enkwanta south empesua ne so ho no mo na wo mo e de abedan yen se efri enkwanta e de kosi pasa ekwan no e wo oti mantam mo dey se e ka Eastern Corridor Road no ho ekwan ne nye ni oni ho de tutu se ya chen that Eastern Corridor Road yet for me say munnim nyina be ya adwene say efri mampanyin dada Jerry John Rollins na penso ena Ghana ha yet Eastern Corridor Road and Eastern Corridor Road ni enim say some just say wuntimi hu how to describe it impo mampanyin dada ko for by ono so the Eastern Corridor Road Eastern Corridor Road and ono so the koye mampanyin dada me so by ono so the beto so Eastern Corridor Road engineer besi bisa say Eastern Corridor Road e ya dodo sen mampanyin ku fado abai ono so wa kan still Eastern Corridor Road ya nyeye and when ya bebo modiana ya company for wo mo ehwe Eastern Corridor Road ne so ne no makodi nkomo ni ahwe ni entia besi sabre Eastern Corridor Road ya nyeye MP a wo ho no ya Honorable Jeffrey Kinney I want a MP ewo Nkwanta South abato empesua so MC yo no ye Elder John Tasson, Honorable Elder John Tasson. We the wire elder de na chese nim se no kure bia she bia ne elder ene ye beka. Ene elder ene ye be she. Ekwan na se yankasa ekwan nye eno enene ye de eba kana wuso. Enti abusua sa wo pesa wo hwe sa akwan yi abomode se wo beko Neat 100.9 FM live ewo Facebook. For Neat 100.9 FM live ewo Facebook. Na wo kwa wo behunu sa ekwan na ye ka eho asem no. Sabe Ghana kwan ban kan say a year of roads na ye hwe say Eastern Corridor Road no e kan year of roads no eho ana. Anasa say ena etie. Ekwan no in fact enye de bia me kan say Ghana has ensuo to ane adapa dead. Ensuo to ane e bibia ye monyo lafa ne enim aguase ankasa. Enti kokore Eastern Corridor Road no ane aye e wo ho no mo efri enkwanta edikosi pasa sa kwan no ewo oti mantam emo eno ho nkomo enene ye ba betwetwe na ye da nyame asese MC ye ho no mo Elder John Tasson Honorable wa Japan so ne ye bedi ho nkomo na wa cheche ne ekoso nyina ewo sa kwan no so obechechire bibia me ehunu ne ekwankasa se kwan na ekaya of fruits ne ho anase enka ho anase sen enetie ne nyina wo behwe no live ewo Neat 100.9 FM live ewo Facebook anase o hwe yen so dia ene eno ane so do radio no ebeto Neat 100.9 FM. Enti ene yebu yaketem ye kwa kwasa ene enkwanta ekwan no eso honomo ena yedro wenum nyina e won kwanta South constituency of the Oti region. Yeah, can form out say can the we dwumadie sonko a project a ekoso areas ye dey kind development projects akoso baby ba ya ye bebo mpanyufo abaso na fe die mekomu krebu enkrofo de basa enye da bia na ye de kwanfon beba etora bia ye mfa kwan papa nso mra na ye mpanyufo abaso no mutiri munyo om de kakra ainti we no eye enkwanta tupasa ekwan no Eastern Corridor Road ye se ka ho be na etwa go no. It is all person who sa kwan na wada roma on Neat 100.9 FM live so ewo Facebook okwa obehunu sa kwan na ye ka ho asem no ekwan na se yie we wo de cat siso a me kira ekwan a wo de 45 minutes wo de be 2.5 hours ne betwa. I tell you ekwan ne nyankasa ade de nya e wo se ye ka we ye kwan fun mu fun ankasa Eastern Corridor Road na I think say a brasso say see etimi hwe na yesiesie sa kwan no ne hu sa Eastern Corridor Road Eastern Corridor Road afedi anya adwo ya yewie yesiesie wie ya kwan na enye sei it is akwan ni sum na kase kwan de he na ye kwan nye we dey empanyu for yesra mo monye hu bibi ma ye wate yesra mo a dawro ma monye bibi mfa ho ma ye ne kwan ne ye kwan fo we amamba pabi say president by was say we shouldn't be spectators, we should be citizens. Aye eti ye citizens pa enti bibi nkoye enkoso ye wo area mu a we nya de bia ya hadwio me se wo de video in just 5 minutes na fabra 0200264159 ekwanfo ni bi wo area mu gata fon bolla e de ben enhwe ne no school fon hospital fon twitwane nyina ultra picture se bana na wo video ne de adoso a 5 minutes ejo de ba bre se fatam ye be ye ho adwuma na ya be ka ho asem e bia na nyame ya dom na umpanyofo ate no moto ho anamo ya ye bi ama results free mo aba positive one pa ejo we enso nyame ye e bia na ha na wo nsoro ma be fie free etiaba abusua kwan ya etwago Facebook live eye e free enkwanta ekopasa ekwan ai yesi ye kan Eastern Corridor Road no ho na yabo ye homade se ensa be kan MC Honorable Elder John Tasso na ye na action komo e de afasa akwan ho da ben ye kwan yi ye de ama contract ya na se de na ekro ai panyofo ye no mbebo ye be wuramu na ye no ma action komo e de afa ho na se si e de me se bo wani akonhoma e wo kwan na ho na hunu se ekwan we e ye kyan wo de na wo de ne ye kyan no na dia se dem nyame saa abusia eye Neat 100.9 FM live ko Facebook na ko like na share fama ye eti wo like na wo share de maye na chese kwani mu na obi eti bo hu na akwakoda Minister of Roads and Highways in the Facebook wall so na chese wo hu wo si ye ene ma mitutu mirika na me nkwohwe mani enhwe pasafo no ai na fimbo se resource na aba e de amam ne nyina ye de anigie na ye ni age kama eti abusia wo Facebook anu like no share e de amaye kama we eye kanawu simadi kan kasa kanawu eye breport ya project a ekoso area mu hwe ne nkoyie MP waba first term 4 years wonya hwe second term 4 years wonya hwe entoma no third term we eye simple Onkroma nickname. Very simple. What woman first term, second term, one year she, Mr. and how Kotoma, not third term, your baby pebia. It's time, see a beholding and penny for accountable. Because yan ya koto line, yan ya kodi Q mu, one more de walk line, one more de back at the line, one more di nuya echo line, one more na do the sum 1 a.m. Na instance one more bed da ajojo one more year line, and as one more di Q mu, akotwa ba ediama politician or banso so on me boa mem puntio bia emwabra bum. Who will be on potamo saminia, broskotono. Nina ho, mama yen nina ho, shine your eyes. The nipa no kwa first year who say wakeka no ho or bon ho modern or yade no asan tware ye na anko adipa what on the first time second time hu no hwe wo say akotwa man third time na dey na cheso baby bi dia boa wo what is say MPB wa kwa 12 years wonya hwe won important wo no so mama wo o se wo kọ ayito en wo de mo no wonya hwe wo say nya kukuduro koto e wo constituency wo mo de free wo kra. Etiabusia kwan we eye enkwanta ekopasa ekwan ewo oti region eye enkwanta south mpesua so asem na ye kan na yegusu ahwese ensabeka honorable John Tasson na kene no atwe ho nkomo nanso asade ya yensa enka no afedem say ya totom e de amayen na honorable mra mecheche mu enche kwan ye de ama contractor da be na contractor e ba kwan no so ya pusu na homa no a wonfa ya frɛ no so oje pin so obekasa o ebi ohwe heat na eba no a ontimi ntake enti afede ya fra adba amfa enti we di enkwanta south for nyem na maye o I've done my best. Ebeba na ye ka kire no se ye pese ni di sa akwan ho nkomo ono kura my life so akwan no kura na ka Eastern Corridor Road no ho ndi we de nka ono abo age pene so me kasa dodo afa de duru ho no mo ahwan wadwane akote ai kana wu no wate asam ne ha wo area mu ho no mo na emmo amampuntuo enkoso a menua ka na wo kana wu kura ye dache bebo din. Kwame Nimo so here live Masters Hayford and I say please can you guys ask the government why some of the Ghanaian students JHS are not getting some of the food to eat. Sikuma Kuntunase Advent have not gotten some of the food. Okay, yo yati yebeyin penyu fasu why? Isaac Apiano says it's not enough to say we care for the central region when it is all about Cape Coast. Throughout history, the fortunes of our local economies are above many so. Isaac Apia, all right, up, Mr. I know summarize why. Farouk, as we're here live every time, and was there are millions of Ghanaians who voted for President Akufo-Addo based on the promises of free senior high school 1V1D, restoration of allowances, etc. To them, it's 100% promise fulfilled. It's safe trusting the MPP delivering on its promises to us than believing ex-President JDM rhetorics for a comeback to repeat the Yentio-Bia syndrome on us again. Sir Krufi, no, say, Madam, you talk too much. Why? Hey, Sir Krufi, I talk too much. Let me buy a fast cancer, some meadow. Yes, a menkasa, menkan crofo honsam, and someone banana menka. And that is exactly what I'm doing. And to menkasa bebra jumani adiasha mesano na meye. The idea me buy this can share me man as the taxi besi as a taxi na bosume so wa be render account so and na make kasa and you have every right to tell me say make kasa dodo. But me buy nya sa na kan ye. Ana me buy na doctor say kwa me kwa ye bretu na sie no this can share me say biamzi. Draw ko se be kasa jai. And na meja na make kasa. And yes, a croofing, kabetimi I can say, Madam, you talk too much. But when the sao was semen kasa, and I am talking. Yabeka sasa, Kuisi anon ebekatum. It is a KO FIE, Mr. Mekasa Manenyo. That is my job. Now, also OPD Sunyane, and I say I've got a leak of the NDC party's manifesto, which promises to give one graduate, one Okada. Please, Nanado replace unemployment graduates with NAPCO. JDM2 is making empty promises. Rafik Nana YG says this MPP government is a scam. Voting them out come December is a communal labor which everyone must get involved. Ya okromansa amwa or the free achimachi aseno se MAAME BIAMAH AKWAFO papa. Good afternoon to you too. In fact, His Excellency Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia has made my day when he spoke one-on-one time with Chairman General KSK today's morning a show on your mother station Peace 104.3 FM. Yeah, that's it. Wafa K at the way for New Plan Station second of MAAME BIAMAH good show. Greetings to Honorable Benjamin Secretary Thanos out MP. Hey, na Francis Ajidi wusu, ahani yesu. Ene ndi na wusu be chirem wa ne sun we de yente ase. 7K or yote NOC ayo. Busungu Thomas Abrewanko NOC. This is the headquarters of bad roads. NDC has been in power for 24 years, but look at our roads. Matthew Apeu and on also the way Abba Matthew Apeu was say MAAME good afternoon Nana all the way 4 more for Nana Meda say Adodan kwa Kofi Ado and on also the way Abba 27 years of NDC and still not fix the road Nana Beye Akwasiki sisu the way about or the way if we go one cry and also my citizens we would experience tremendous hardship if we renew the mandate of Nanado-led government. It is time for change. We can't continue to be slaves to dishonest lies and corrupt government like this again. Say no to NPP 2020. Abena Bequin and what the way about good work, MAAME. God bless you. Great Akosia Sapon for me. Ayo. Gabi Don Corners, God bless Nana Ado. Ebusia Kanawu Ebre any enchakra, ye de Kanawu Eba area. Yes, answer MC, you know. Your friend no on the phone, a balance I won't fat one who said Neat FM Accra, any friendly, and so one fat. Near friend in connection with yeah and Quanta to Asa Equino. Yeah, you see a Eastern Corridor Road no home. Ye Equino Etremo, Equaning ye Equanimum dia say, MP Ohono, your Honorable Geoffrey Cooney. Honorable Geoffrey Kinney. On the MP. And Elder John Tasson, Honorable, and also your MC Honorable Tasson, dear, or dear Pennies or near Beccasa. And so you're born upon a your friend in line is a call right to a call. Yes, be a dumo, a quap hands was one. Ejebusia and then Nakana Winnie Adimobesi, near Kachimun say, O area mo impuntu, you may be a echo so video never braille, video no maximum of 5 minutes. I say videos no better pictures here, minimum 10 pictures no, minimum 10 projects no, minimum 10. If you want to moko bet me send the pictures no, do mo edia ba. Now what they will send there for area ni dinka ho, OMP dinka ho, never MC so din eka ho. Now they about 0200264159 0200264159 na kana wo team no ya ye ho adwuma e de amount ya ye ne sa na ye check ye mpanyin for sa na ye be ya to aba e de ma wo mo yinim se hia ne ke wan to a ye be expose you entu be ye ne se na e fata afen so wo baby a wampi atena so 12 years unhu mpuntu obi a mesro sesa no because nya de obeboa okwan bia so ya si ensu agro beto ifra no pa obeboa wanka first 4 years ko boae obeboa mpotem hofo wanka first 4 years wo boae wanti mi amwa 12 years aden to abana sesa no wate never obi a owo lobbying skills owo empuntu ho ni so ade hu owo mpuntu adwene no otimi wurawura epri mpuntu eba ne mpotem to masa nipa no no obeboa wo aha na mede mu sie e wo kana wo eso yet waso e wo me minti was here for me 19 was so go with 100.9 FM so na ye kwa homa so tew yensa aka abna ye honorable Kwame na Duncan amala mi brelo honorable oh njame me ma yodi no isuli ya oh ja wudi no me ma ya isuli ya oh your line no mo hwe ma yen kakra honorable Kwame na Duncan Central Regional Minister ye no betwetwe enkomo kakra fe dia atom hello honorable hello honorable hello honorable homa no entom eye I was yami 19 was so egu awutie no oko Facebook live anu like no share no kama e de amaye na etumi aboa ebia na enamiensa so how bia ha wo e wo mpotam na yetumi aso ano e de amount ya bi ama results no aye positive inti dia na chese wonso ho no mo entimi emmem sa amount Yadi asideni BIAMAH kunu Ghana Limited for mother Roma de hunchu capsule set ayechi hunchu capsule say meme droso nko be ma untimi nyonso odwonso ne bia kam odwonso ne nema fitafita bi ene nenemu ne mu achemie no se me be yata papa wanya Yaria pa ena ejije wo ababeja wo no prostate disorders biara mesrewa ma wonsa enka hunchu capsules akonu for dia banenom bi na enclear pathway no na ho entimi ento waside Mr. K waba libido emema na motenka ewo form no ha ebeboa mu yie papa wo yere de nsa efu aso achi na ugina ho no musesa bidua no ese wo yere de nsa fu aso achi a wotenka ba bi na wo so ho kakra ho say yes ani ma kekase nyemani yes enti low libido na ewo emema emono ebekio ni nyina e de fro no afi wo premature ejaculation so a eno so ebeyi afi ho no kama e de amount waside the X and Y ground usaba X and Y ground ese na me pepa we na ya me namfofo ne de low sperm count for mo ho ana woman no dey some man no wo mo ye too known because only so gina na nice wo bo adwuma pa na so krache me kana wia mo ate ase se utuo no eto all right enso nkuma boa wo kwa ye mu kwa hayo kwa ye mfie manim honi enti bibia ma wadwene mu se ma menkeka me ho na menya bibi mfa na bia na me low sperm count omo we confusions papa low sperm count for no wo ka so medicine hospital on da me pa cho besin na koto X and Y granules what nanom na entimi emwa na incorrect low sperm count na emma wo na wo ko wura mu ekotutua ekumaboa na ade nam abafie araba bazin person so ye medro ba wa fichi kwa fichi na wa yase ya entimi meyi papa sane se na fata no so ebeboa o no araba bazin pills wate afi obi a BP ewo so ma wonsa enka ken tablet ye dro so nko obi a hypertension mojabro so ewo so no ono mu a ebeboa wo yie me sa wo hwe kunu Ghana Limited for afani echre East Legon one more a Champion Junction from 0244139176 0244139176 afa 0204139176 and 0274139176 oko pharmacies chemical shop ne herbal shops nyinemu a obenya kunu for wo mo enre bia to wadaroma ene awie oboa yen ama yede enne mementi yede abrewo ensem bebre na gu apono so ayebetwe ho nkomo enti mpanyimfo enne ye no mbesi nkonwa ye rapita entwibo asiako NPP National Communications Team Member obebe kaya ho ha sei sanso ena Anthony Nupenu ono se NDC Greater Accra Regional Organizer ono so beba na yenyina yaka bomu na yatwetwe nkomo ayo my Ghana ehie we atemdidi anim we kasantwinim ne wo beye ebeboa mo man yetimi akoyenim eno ho adwene ene da yenso afedie ekwan na ebie amayen ekwan na bie pa number 1
yeah mama
uncle ma hi
yeah na
nampom ye de na abaza ba yi Central Region one network no problem wo ho ana Hey, Accra ha. Ani asamaba. Accra ha pa ani asamaba. Honorable. Ayo. Ani enyambo ochina ibehu by all means.
No, Odi.
Aye. Say ani e proper kwa mu de ahia. Yo, Honorable we abi di boko. Nche na no eti de NPP one manifesto launch no. President kan there. And I said Dr. Mahmoud Baumia kan there CCL the Cape Coast Airport beba ho ene eniema bebre no kan. But before that na president so akoka ese wo mo be ye feasibility studies bi ahwe se airport no se beba ho ne be ye dia ebeboa ena doctor so ekoka se ene choko eba into which is which I say and this one say why you confused.
Yo, mami sure na minchia wa bua fa wa kon homa you must be mama saying na minchia we for temp ma since man to mo so wa kan ho bi is any the for say ka sort the ni amampin na na ban na na begechi also why confused na confused in what I say confusion now the one task. Mama, you know the campaign show.
Honorable Etio.
A man paying them a shabo bill shall confirm. Mouse, my memory, me young, Jubilee House and the thing. I feel they are missing from the my command on Mamma Mr. And shot none or man paying over me. And with that, I feel back. Ma the me boy man paying share for that to come there. Consider. Now cherusu no chana bank. A chair nimpa or ye. The then you get to me. Sunday. The one way doing Mukaya wash a ball. A man paying that Mahama. Or Shabo Namanda also. The other chain also. I had a cry cabinet meeting. On Yan Crangotin, but Bocomanto, Manto, the Bible, Manto, Manto, who there. Or your Mamina, Nurubu. One saying the name of Prim Feet, or your Jubilee House, the Body Jubilee House, now Bano. A man paying a Kufado. Then the more car, the show of mine, were 2016, the Mayor. Emma. And this is why you want a change your tomatoes. And one, I don't know, I don't say no, I don't know, that will to Puayo. Obviously, I don't say more than who, more Kadamaya, or into more club and or into a club. Nekufado. Yan you grab no poor Saka money from 2016. Amai Tessia, the Dashi. Man, gentlemen, more shedding now. Why you didn't now so, Mampenfu, I can't there. A brand Nashasson, another a good Nashasson, or not Chairman, the Kuku. There's a gross of a bar. Women the grass of a bar, of you see that. Mammy, and fair Naya, yellow commune, a Kufado. Nothing. Ghana, you to me and get on ye. On ye, papa. And see, so there, where to ordinary other book, or ye jobbing. Saman Kuda, but wasn't going to move more ye. And I'm a madam, I don't have book them. Who wasn't Germany, on to move.
Nice away no mampanyi betimi ayama na broso.
My goodness, Mammy. And see, in there. About Mountain, as from another a probo, I don't see a train. Mantum, no, but can't answer with 50 mantum. Na Mawaya in there. I did that about problem. Asaso nyambe onye mantoni na kasa. Na amama oye wara nkasa na wunu anu mi obi se bisa no questions. The amampeyin iyi otoda chechirem. Nti onu bi na me ni kwekwo mu wo oye radio bi owo university wa ofan ATLFM. Nti ai nsembi se no mu na ewa bana oche egom de mambe wi bi che egom a be eduma katigiri be obi se nde amampeyin no tinzi mantom oye nsahwe eduma obi ayi mbe he no oya akuman the heartbeat na mama voso wa chain there ti ebotu me pege ma na da ye botu me da kan bi oye yumi he gina bia ye benye yumi he gina bia wa ha ono emma ho da na ebehia ampeyin ampa na ai samanfuru obi chadama onye da amanfuru bi chana na demirika oda betoto hu ma ye baba ebe gina da ampa sesi ade ye gina ye na ekowia de oh ibi ye gya ben bi wankran ibi ye gya ben bi watakrade ibi ye gya ben bi wokumase ananye biara se bi wokumase bi watakrade bi wankran a obehia de ibi bebegwe ya adi na baade ni ye begina do madam nti obehia de ibi bebegwe ma o de ye ni gwa nti se bi be so ku bobade mo wo ye adwuma na obebi se bi se dem nche nyina na wo da to ho da bia ho ansana ekowie de o de
Honorable Kafra, what me saw you according to the NDC wo mo say mo hwe Central Regional nya de se mo ye bibi pa bia ho nti mo ko ho no mo akolaunch mo manifesto na e wasa motimi ka bibi se na ebe ya mo de bepepa mo nim e wo ho nti na ma mo ko yes mo ko kan sansam
na mame mame kra impo view antama nti ma omampanyi chie medam na NDC according to them mu NDC ba mi bo ka say the MPP yanya hwe wo manto no mu na ya de papa yin ho eyito na sadam na ota why the ones who gina do so the eko contradict no omampanyi no ogbo man so ya da mo wakan ya no kwara ma mi te o de ya de papa yin ho eyito a abada emmanyi pa ya pere ya de adi papa yin ho eyito nwa azo bakada omampanyi na tumi no woni nsemi contradict ma vice president wakaka so the kwado ya de papa yin ho eyito a nti no there is no contradiction no tell them omampanyi ma vice president dim ya pere ya de papa yin ho eyito na mame tetaba yin de MPP mama kaka kamfanchiro omampanyi ban apart from software programs omamuni na ye yebi ma hasu ye yebi oye one day so one factory oye wo fa na free SHS yin na ye yebi oye planting for food and jobs yin ekwafu we yebi ye do nu guntin a mami in the last 16 years before Kenya independence and after independence since man tom yejuma kasepa ye farjuma afafo ansana amampanyin enkroma obefe gwado ene kro a wo friend Mountford nidila ya ta ya de fana ye jama ene wetu anamo wa commissioner the ma be no from minister commissioner wo since man tom ma wa trade wa ko amampanyin no be here do won landing site maybe ma empana a wodwiri mbaba nti oya daba wo bre ke fiti kwa nkuma na abredo the ma die nti ma mbado kwa ye nkofu we hia da kapim da kufuo oba mode axe bofom odi bofom in the last 6 months or so na we procure no won dem nyina na ye kwakoto aba ma ye ma MPP fi abem ma NDC zibai NDC zibai 8 years when two anamo kitikiti mpo ntum aboa Akufo-Addo Bay in his first term. Mami not just Mumford. Yeah, kasi. Oye be my often London site. Eboko more or less or a mini harbor. All the facilities of Buama for human occurrence. Yeah, kasi in the central region alone. There were Fataka Kaba in the Gomua area. All Kodu here. If you Fataka Kaba, Senya Beku, all Kodu, work is ongoing. Construction of a mini harbor. If you Fataka Kaba, Eba Oya Mumford Nankasa. No so Oya Apam area. All Kodu Yakasi. Eba Mori, the one president in the entire region, coastal line of the social Mori construction is ongoing. Winiba, Elimina the Daniel by the Asakuma Fuma. You will see Kabibia or a modern and more expanded 6 of such landing sites all could to aid and to assist the progress of the fishing industry. You don't know, Mami, I'm paying by just 3 years. Or into some, as many as 8 districts are connected to pipe-borne water. We lay pipes to 8 districts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are all supplying to close to 200,000 people in central region. In the moment, I'm paying under 4 years. Why? Mami say you can't at the back.
Yo.
We said MPP NDC one record our one to go man for it.
Our central region.
Oh, central region one for one. I impa that mama can ordinary soda book them. So catch out the bubble a drama when you need him. Now what I'm paying the name I said central region. And yeah, the first contact with the European. And yeah, no see when I do. And yeah, no namduma. Oh yeah, what fun. Because about for mine, and so here we put to Akechi. Now, don't put my boy here, pa, you're there. We must get more integrated to the Ghanaian economy. Integration, a way to get a city or a region integrated into a national economy, only a means of transportation, one of which is air transport. No, I'm paying that by a chawasha, no tourism, or you say the airport about Bakawa. Tourists, what your comfort, what your easy access. Your man over for car, while by you locked up in traffic from Accra to even Cape Coast, 3 hours, 4 hours, very debilitating. And to the means, hey, there's this airport about Bisham Cape Coast, a Bisham Central region, about Bomb with Peja. Only the minute 2 Kumasi, neighbor swore, 2 Takradi, neighbor swore, 2 Tamale, neighbor swore. I am the same Kasa, on my paying agriculture, other about 50 mountains of the year, so we check. May have a challenge you so that we can control that we are by Metricalium, Namakra, we want to talk. The level of support, the level of enthusiasm. I am predicting total a baby official man in Sri Lanka. The defeat NDC and former President Mama will suffer in 2020. It will be more humiliating than they did in 2016.
Yo, I'm Kwamina, we are bedwase.
Yo, about some that's the money.
Yo. Honorable Kwame Nadankana, your Central Regional Minister, now what is your no action come off Cape Coast Airport and ho ensen semono na ebusua yemfa test message kitwa bi enfam na fe yemra yen studio na yemfa discussions no emra me etoaso na wo bi dia ba we shaibo the frika so no se the manifesto of progress, sensitive manifesto of selfless interest, manifesto of vision, and manifesto of hope and salvation. Ghanaians will surely reward Nana and our Kumsen to do more. Inshallah, may Almighty God bless President AKWAFO. Good afternoon, BIAMAH. Is NDC still doubting the reports from the districts by Peace FM reporters? Hey, Asamo, NDC and Ghana, who see Edway Efri Adenta and Abba. President Anado and his able Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia are fulfilling the promises they made to Ghanaians, and when given another term, Ghana beye de for more to do more. Abele Edway Efri Nungwa. Uncle Atso Edway for Spinters. No, it's a good day, Mame. Unto good day, Nibi. According to your reporters this afternoon, it is clear most parts of the country have received infrastructure projects in just 3.5 years. One good term deserves another. 4 more for Nana to do more. Regards to Honorable Lisbeth Afole Kwe and Honorable Lydia Seiram Al-Hassan Ankalato Medase Elhom. Mamemfa Ray Tamadie Intrat was the NDC enemies of progress. Munkaila Jonas said the year inside current Sami Jenfi is gradually leading the NDC into a deep pit that the party's hierarchy hasn't thought about, because he appears to be speaking for the party, but all his submissions lack substance. Ghanaians are seeing the projects being rolled out by President AKWAFO, so they don't need Sami Jenfi to come and tell them about current happenings. In any case, no discerning Ghanaian employed him as PRO, so why the self-imposed service? Yo, Munkaila and the way a buy yeah. Ebusuya me mighty and wason egwa wutie wo neat 100.9 FM. Ye ba studio na fe ye de enkomotwetwe no ye de aba abehhehye so empanyumfo aye krado e wa hasem. Enne ye ne ye rapita entwibo asiakon oye NPP National Communications Team member or hase ena Anthony Nukpenu ono se NDC Greater Accra Regional Organizer ono so abeka yensa e wa mpanyumfo ene wie me mamo akwabo.
Yo, MAAME, BIAMAH, AKWAFO. So, open me come there.
Oh, I don't say what better ye jam fire and light.
Fire there, there.
Yeah, I don't.
Fire there, there. One of the role models I think it's a Ghana for show.
Medase.
Ghana for show.
Medase pa. Tony. Are wabre.
Oh,
ana wanikum.
Mbre.
Mami hu se. Mami hu so asa o mami hu se sa. Eja o mo. Ibi aboko de.
Oh, body adaruma.
Yede radio ase.
Asidane ne de.
Yede radio ase. Ebusia ene ye nyina anim nsam egu apono so manifesto launch ne ho opposition press conferences ne ade ene ye ba na ya besi ne koso na ya can become ye ne uncle Kwame na ye Duncan Central Regional Minister ne twen komofa Cape Coast Airport ye ho nsam abaye bebre ne ade ye twena basa ne sre ne nyina ye be kan bom afen so no ensam a free manifesto no mu epiepie ne ye kan efa ye economy ne ho ne ye kan efa Ghana ye digitize ye ho ne ye kan efa covid ba ye aho kire de aba ene ade ene Ghana card ye issue ye registration ane ho kwa ne banyinara ye kan no manifesto no mu nyina ene wie ye sine ko so eti we de message ye ewo Peter message ye wo Peter so na I want me run down because mo na mo launch mo manifesto.
Yes. MAAME me da se bebre na me fa kwanya iso na me nchia me nua ya obi pimo hayi Anthony. I hope so ho ye. Yo. Let me change this attire.
When you say ora hanu no.
Come on.
That was the first year about me too.
Green, white, black.
White, black.
Red.
And red is wool.
Oh, that then is what. Wait, imani fuatare. Yeah.
Because Urahana, that was the first thing about me.
The end is for that. Oh, my record show me. Na me kamatara makoto.
Blue, white, red.
MPP colors.
Yeah, mama super me call me do me ride them and say now when this MPP attire for shower. I have to go and look for some Lacoste and
oh, any station where so more end this one because we have need since actually green, red, white, black and most me end this one.
Maybe we Presbyterian. Any so much Presbyterian from tomorrow, I swear.
Okay, Presbyterian.
I say anything because colors in here.
Yeah, some more. Presbyterian colors.
I see. Now, mention what you for and pay Ghana for 8 yo. I'm say awia sabre dodo na Ghana ni bi o Ghana bia e de na fidie ato Neat FM ana otie mo na me da se o ma me akonya yin se me na me nche program ya se na sa wo hwe ni asi wo Ghana ha in the last 10 days senior NPP4 ya fa kwan so ne demonstrate akire Ghana for kwan ya fa so bu oman ya de me kan nyina ne se papa na ye friend say Dr. Bawumia papa no sa papa no he's changing the face of Ghana politics say Oceania papa no ye wo Ghana ha
is it papa no statement no can one
yeah no ko to they say yeah kasa no papa no me and come you bro
I say bad word no
so now you see me for the past 1 week I know say NDC was going to be dazed on dazed down for a very long time because Oceania papa no edi ye NDC for nansen ya
yeah no dey ye wo mo
edin kan Dr. Bawumia be town hall meeting and obe kan kire Ghana for the infrastructural delivery nya NPP for ba ye mfie miensa ne fani ye di agu akwan mu ye di peja Ghana kosoro oje wie ye ansa na Dr. Bawumia be ye no ye ni ankasa papa panyi no ye ni former president John Mahama and the could jina bontin a true challenge to the NPP government say mumra bontin na mumba kanchre ni amodi sikana majena ye and Bawumia and so take up the challenge and what kika nema bomu and okoye sa town hall meeting or demonstrating Ghana for nyaya ye owie ye in fact atu NDC for ni bebre omu hu you know kotoku emfa kra enchemu omuhu babi omunyina kra eno ekwa nimu na Saturday ya ye cycle launch ye manifesto na woma omo etina kire ehwe nia ekọ so Cape Coast no nia obi aka ne se NPP se ma me pie Ghana pa anka yewu Ghana nyame ayyatom se NPP aban eye NPP na nado dankwa kufuado edi animu na Bawumia eka no ho enema yedi egu akan peja Ghana enim ekosoro na enne nso so Bawumia entina ho na nka NDC fo omunya ahome kakra mwasa akotam no abamwa mudan we mu ahaya Bawumia betena ha ena no nsema wo kan wo manifesto na se wo central region na osan gina town hall meeting ase kan ye no osan be gina abonten na o chirechire mu no wonder say enne papa yi ba na obuzan say ade wo mfa wana because so ye NDC ni pa enne so ye NDC ni pa na say what follow nia Bawumia ye no the next 1 week abaye din ama say serie ebebo anim na me ni akoso nyina no me di Ghana fo ho yaw ema NDC say nia NDC for edi Ghana for namu no mame areho na I think Ghana and Ghanaians deserve far better than what we are seeing and what we are getting from the NDC. So, and I know Dr. Bawumia kasa at town hall you know. NDC for the Twabontin say they are going to prepare and they're going to give a befitting response to Dr. Bawumia. NDC ya twenya na wochini enura omu kwaye press conference boy musumo boy friends communication director and sama obejina bonten kan ye na me tie na me kase enti NDC for is that what you can give Ghanaians say utie nsema kan na ne obusa ne say looking at the document and in sama papa no Dr. Bawumia bejina bonten kan ye na say ubejina bonten 1 hour would be a press conference and you're telling Ghanaians we have gone through what Bawumia delivered and we have identified some T's which were not crossed. We have identified some I's which were not dotted. And for that matter, T na one cross on the I know and on the this is absolutely ridiculous to hear NDC omo communications director na sabio semu mugana fumpa Dr. Bawumia the economist, world-renowned economist, Akasa, the vice president of Ghana, Akasa, Nasa NDC for more by press conference. This small boy, Sabio, what experience has he got? What knowledge has he got in the things that Dr. Bawumia bekan wasama or no mom and na ebe Bontin to come and respond to Dr. Bawumia. This is I think you see, and I think this display of mediocrity, the display of the continued display of mediocrity by the NDC. I mean that is exactly what we are getting from the NDC because. Mami, Shadio.
Then this woman just say one show mediocrity, attitude of mediocrity, and
Mami, Shadia. I have been on a program with the former Minister for Roads and Transport, former Minister for Road and Highways, Honorable Inusa Fuseni. 2 occasions, one on Accra FM, other radio stations, and Star FM. On the 2 occasions, the man confirmed, said, indeed, Bawumia was right. The total cost for the project, Circle Interchange, was $260 million. The man has not denied it. And he justified by saying, Baby na Circle Interchange na waterlock. And nunti omo sinking more piles. And omo first phase, and a second phase, omo car home. And the total is indeed 260 million. And yet the communications director of NDC is telling us, no, that is wrong. The man who was in charge of the project, who supervised the completion of the project, is telling us, indeed, the cost was 260 million. And NDC and I mean, Busa say, NDC for Sabio, almost koye bibi se wabontia, almost nimpanimfobi na enwene huana. It's so ridiculous. And yeah, one customer video so. Almost akko, then I make say they have identified the T's. I almost say almost young cross any eyes, I ain't dirty, This is exactly what I mean by that. Almost say project be wa. Bawumia can say it is 20% complete. And assassin and for that matter, the project doesn't exist. And indeed, on that day, the vice president, Oyen and delivery, or say, indeed, that project be a war seshi yoso assassin yato and oko details na okoto assassin na utua ho compensation na utua hemfuka na assassin no oya ho krata nyina wi it amounts to 20% of the project. I don't think say the 20% of the project is completed. Almost say wakase the project is started. Nim say assassin yato no is part of the project.
But so auto assassin no just was nice.
And no na can say the project
and auto assassin no achievement.
It is achievement. Ghana mame why wouldn't say in to assassin achievement kesi waye. Big, you cannot build a property without having document for a land. Oko international contract mu na se obe sign contract with Ghana. Omu busa say, are you going to provide land and road constructed to the place? I know that is the main focus because assassin wants them very important. And to win assassin, they can mugu. Eno na ya hu adwuma o se o ye koye no ye hu se accident you and mabeka ho asem anu nti Bawumia to apologize to Ghanaians na wabegina bontin na wabo papa na kutia na wadi papa na temsa so na you see so here other projects ayaye na over 8,500 data and I input onto the system. Definitely there will be some typos, there will be some mistakes. Will be typo because the project almost say wadenta na astrotef bia wadenta na indeed Medina and na obi enter no or enter adenta and na Medina and this for say it doesn't exist. Project be me fan say me constituency Afija Kwabre North na o type no na type of Afija Kwabre South
because there were some places Bono regional those towns no kran any region but
the project actually exists, but because Sunafo South, there's a project which appears on the delivery tracker and so. But the actual project is at the Asunafo North.
Oh, okay.
So, and
no, sense ministers are more in charge of these regions, and collaborating.
No. I'm saying, I'm seeing for no, and I almost get some information when you and almost send the eba kraha, and I almost enter typo can okay because Nipan or Juma Ewo Asunafo South, if you want to Asunafo North, so the typo can be there. That doesn't mean that the project doesn't exist. Do you have to hold a press conference and tell Ghanaians? And indeed, over 850,000 projects. Nasa ukoshem na kajem say uhwe mu no hu say 26 don't exist. Not just say you have indeed given the whole project now over 99.9%. 91 week, what we expected from NDC is and come back pick a project. I'm going to say, that project way data information on winning. Yen and Kaya and Cassini Bayano and Nanka embrace and Kiribe. I didn't know movie and say, pick a project like that so that we can do intellectual debate. But coming to tell us, what do be a good baby? Why a video? The project doesn't exist, I think it's so ridiculous, and I think Ghana as a country deserves far better than what we are getting from the NDC. They should be very serious, and that is why nobody takes them seriously. Or your communication director, Papa no good part in hoofing. Nobody who Ghana need be serious. And obey near boy na I'll be taking this. I
didn't know why I am from so. Because maybe I'm the manifesto Abba. And no man who said lapses, a woman they shouldn't talk about it.
Mommy, you call this lapses that should demand a press conference in this country? 6 projects location type of Abba. And until you're holding a press conference to tell Ghanaians say 26 projects out of 8,500 and over now. Young Ghana for what? Is that what Ghanaians deserve? Shadio, utie near Inusa Eka. Na utie near Oka. Na yebusa say enti near Inusa aye former minister for road and highways. Or ye member of parliament, honorable member of parliament. Abe cannot twice. Say cost of central, Accra and Nkrumah circle, 260 million. Was so on Tiasia on Yintum. Abrante almost young guy, the former deputy minister for communication of Fusukwachi on Metro TV also admitted that indeed the cost for this Nkrumah circle or Interchange was 260 million, although it was in 2 phases. But yet the communication director said, na 2 phases, baako a different location and one is at different location. Na udin kuntumpo chile Ghana for say. She and I know Abrante ya sa communication director ya. Ono no be jina bonteka ya say Nana Akufo-Addo. O to kwanko South Africa. One can't members of parliament. One can't speaker of parliament. I be here whole press conference wa bontin edi president Nana Akufo-Addo that atamwa. O wie ya. And almost minority leader ba bontin. I have a copy of the letter written by Nana Akufo-Addo's office. Say, to South Africa. And this guy has to come out and apologize to and Yebusa say, a day na omodi Ghana no. Is that what Ghana as a country deserves from the opposition party? 4 months to election, general election. 4 months to barely 4 months to general election. The NDC has not been able to come up with a single policy. A bit me national debate. Amanya dream home. Na obekachire Ghana for Abrante no send a message was say you radio mama say ono ni flagship policy or dey by say oba be gu NAPCO I employ over 100,000 new graduates
of Okano way.
Kwame Gbaja, the minister of member of parliament was say NAPCO Okada legalization, are far better than NAPCO, and for that matter, they will replace it with NAPCO.
I think that's that statement Dr. Parkwesindum they make it.
No. It's Kwame Gbaja, the member of parliament.
Because Dr. Parkwesindum they told who say Okada rider a day sales are obeying.
No.
Or the total in a month is more than the 700 cities being paid to NAPCO. Way for
that me who know the Twitter message now, But that was before and after Kwame Gbaja has made this statement, categorical statement, say he thinks the introduction of legalizing the Okada in this country, is far better than NAPCO, I employ graduates, and for that matter, they will replace it. They will replace NAPCO with Okada. This is a policy, a flagship policy of Mr. John Mahama. And wasi yen san fa oman enche no sa. Wabra obi Ghana ha NPP yen ye adwin se ekwan ben so ne be fa Ghana yen koda omuko school omuko dru school mu a ombenya internet e de asua de na omatimi compete with the international world omu enyin ba no okodu UK aban atimi akọ the level of insurance if ye bia mu they want to provide Wi-Fi there for everyone. That is what UK is doing. And look at what this government is talking about. Say every secondary school, every university campus, we're going to provide internet service there. And your laptop can be connected, your phone can be connected. Oh, your researcher, data. We are moving the country to another level. So, and this is for Emeka. We are telling Ghanaians to say, Ghana ha adeba kwa e ha adwen pa me I have experienced it. And I was so happy when I heard it that we're going to roll it out and then introduce idea ebeboyama ayi sa wa ha na free ho. Guarantors for student loan. Me because me copy guarantor, I'm gonna guarantee me for my mama. I have to travel from Accra here to Cape Coast. And sana me konyo obi, I'm gonna guarantee me for my mama because obi oboko bia also onye obi so guarantee for nipa me no wonte omonka. And then when you're going to university or any tertiary institution, now upo be amana a guarantee for mama wa. Mami, and share time na ye there to us obi an something to form be nebi. You can't get it. And this is causing a lot of students or more pay sika to books e school mo. Ba omiane na ban na kufuado. O say Sadia no ye be ye free ho.
Oh, and dear mammy.
Now ye free ho no. Say we are digitizing everything in this country. Ghana Nibia benya national identification card. Wo national identification card no, wo date of birth also, wo age also, wo color, wo ni color, wo tenten, wo bibia also, wo national insurance number also. Impo enu ni be translate ni enya TIN number, tax identification number also. Enu nti wo school a, wo kwa ya adwuma enu na wo de kọ your employment letter. Well, employment letter no now do and national insurance identification card no what they can na afei o macho letter na o dey come out company na why employ one say sa nipa we onu ni identification number ni anu nti bosumi bia onu ye beti no sei e wo loan na ye dey ma no na loan no wo say the mawa ade ba ko you see Bahomia is bringing a brochure to Ghana. Bahomia is bringing what is happening in UK to Ghana. UK, so you're a student. Now say, oh, go school. Now you're, who can say, oh, loan. Afibia, a buy no more than £10,000. The amount £10,000 now. In few minutes, on our course now, we be now over 30,000 near the amount. A buy no, don't want to say, oh, yeah, Juma, until say, Uber charges are all earning £20,000 a year, no, they will not start detecting you. And about me say ukoje loan, a buying loan, Ghana na uko school. You are not going to start paying until you have finished your national service, and within 1 year, a person so what you juma. Now when you juma na afei I have to say it too.
You 1 year, 1 year juma na.
1 year juma, they will still wait for you. Anytime you start paying it.
Okay.
It's his money you have contracted. It's a loan you have taken. It is there for you. No empro sebio. Anunti ekwambiazo anytime obenya dwuma bia no. And we are moving to a level that a time will come everyone in this country is going to have a national identification card. Details in our also UK. So we need national health insurance number. You cannot live there. You cannot live in UK. Okay. You cannot open bank account. You can't do anything. You need to have that thing to be able to live in advanced country, and Ghana we are moving to that advanced level.
Medas Peter Enchibuasiako, a national communications team member NPP, and na Oten and Kano. Na mamifa we and Sosoka Kransana Maba Anthony Eso. Chris Perez, and was a good job, Mame, watching from Paris. Greetings to Oscar Ama of Paris. Nana Poku, Nana will do all. Vote for Nana. Edria Bright. I'm watching you live from Achim Ayuribi. Prince Sari, can you please check for me if this this road is part of the Eastern Road. So here back Kwame Fianko MAAME BIAMAH NDC is do. Ghana is not the MC. The MC don't want to talk because if you can remember, John Mahama said Eastern Corridor roads are done in 2016. Dry bones, Emmanuel, as we need to do something as a Ghanaian on our roads. Madam, expose a lot of roads for us. Ayo, Brahima, the power of elephant secretary. Ayo, Ken G, you know, say, hey, BIAMAH Black and Beauty. Today is my first time seeing you. You made us say, KO FIE, and one also bonus on no can say, make us out of no. Or bonus, amame. Lisbeth also for you. No, exactly, MAAME BIAMAH watching you live from Kumasi. Teacher constitution, we are more say from the leaked NDC manifesto, they are seriously editing because all the policies in their manifesto carry no weight. And also what they are. But Emmanuel K. Yamwa, MAAME, good afternoon. I'm watching you live from New Market La Paz. Please tell JDM to stop making empty promises because we know him. He can do anything except to inflate contracts and confirm branding. Teacher Confusion is watching us live. Emmanuel K. Yamwa, also Dine Abba. Mystic Wonder. No, say good afternoon, MAAME Soldier. Our roads were under construction and Nana Akufo-Addo and his government stopped for 3 years that they are investigating the contracts. So Nanado should be blamed for the poor or bad roads. Abefe Bonale Listoward. Good afternoon, MAAME BIAMAH. Kwafo, as usual, I'm watching you live from Antoa Adesina and also Diaba. Francis Ejuri, please ask the government when they will do Ablekuma Jima Road, yo, and also what they about. For Bafono, say wow, Peter, keep on the fire. Peter, keep on the fire. Papano is listening. Ayo, Cephas Donyo. And also, despite group of company, keep on advertising for this unless Dr. Downblow and also the way Abara said the MPP manifesto is called Mahama Attacks Manifesto. If you are right and convinced that you've done well, you shouldn't be worried about the one in opposition. That only shows how scared they are. My regards to Felix Kwachio Fosu, the next MP Abra Sebo for Amankasi constituency. Steve Okofonos, this MPP man is disgracing himself with his submission. Anita a D in T and also excellent submission, Peter and Chibo Siako. Nana Kwajo Ban Harrison or engineer more fire. Are you an engineer? Okay, any baso has say Nana Kwajo Ban Harrison, excellent submission from engineer Peter and Chibo Siako and also Edia MAAME fa Elizabeth D and sorry, so Elizabeth Usu for Joe and also more fire engineer and Chibo Siako. Sami Jemfi is destroying NDC. Anthony.
MAAME.
Yes, dear.
Mefa asida ama otwedi ampo na mafa ofidie su achia omomuti eno mamuhwe wo social media so machia wankasa ne minu Peter. Well, I can understand Peter.
Actually, na one mature voice na man.
He will warm up himself into the discussion because the ampase manifesto no mo call launch here no bibi pa wo mpa nka me engine say Peter ebe sue from the manifesto na the attention be or Sami Jemfi ni pa oye akora oye whatever. Is that the substance of the matter on the table that should be discussed? Sometimes let's be real. One launch manifesto musi nyama wuma Ghana for engine tum kwenya discuss the details of that manifesto and educate your voters. So going on that tangent of rubbishing somebody, look, you yes, upe obiasem ansana we hunejuma or enye amanyosem na eye no. It is not age. Say age na we buy amanyosem amunko bogos na amunko drive train a tree box site. When he here mpanyifo mu train. That is his position. He has voting. So the Ono be responding to issues, inaccuracies. Intro, vice president, Edia Tuja. What is about his personality? Anyebia nia ora Mamudu ba omiaye na anu Tuesday or so. Of College of Art and Science. One fan trouble Moody data ba na data no since Amudi ba has been discredited. It should be a worry. I say how as communicators of the MPP say that is the number 2 position of this country. And TBB Abefina Kachia ba inframemuno, he should have some credibility. It is a Vice President Kasana, he's been discredited to that level. Now, Munferi Mpona say, digi ni inaccuracies no ye na mu besupaya. It is up to us, Mangasa, because Ghana for no because you see, baby aye do no bibi obebo so say waye no, wo se wo kro bi mu. Say kromafo no, ebi be sori akohwe ade no. E na ye ka say Rotary Club dispute mu say Sronia say school na mu dia to mu data no so no ye na esi ye. Is it not a worry to you? Ademo Ferry. Almost had discredit mu say almost 10 boreholes e wo sha Osudoku district. Mu say dia come mu data ho. I not worry say mu this is what this district no mu bomb number na say NGOs ni organizations ye project no more fidi mu. Na mu di ye project. Anye bia no I have been an assemblyman and a presiding member.
Okay.
Some of these projects is assemblyman project. It is a central government. Fano say Mumu project. It should be a worry and a disgrace to the MPP as a political party. Because say eba eno boreholes, school feeding kitchen, 3 classrooms, 6 classroom project pan there, and you come nowhere near the NDC administration. That is the fact of the matter. Question back when the penny be some. And who didn't a mayo kruma, O see ye moon, yabre, yambre, because we've asked only one question. Question is saying, Emra move on to our 2050-2060. Must say, John Dramani Mama betu, any most ever two Ghana debt, I 9.8 billion cedis. AKWAFO, Nina buying a 3 million ajay. Emra year 2016, must say, and then your debt stock near 120 billion. In THS, John Dramani Mahama NDC at Amos, Eboka 110.2 billion cedis account. And Muna Musi, yaye reckless and incompetence, and say Ghana beat me a book kasi. Ekwayama ura is Oslausu Ekufu. Eka say ka borrowing crack and 18 years and kwa beti me ebu Ghana mine. Say ka borrowing and only 18 years. Fine. What be mine? I handed over assets and liabilities amamu. Part of this 110.2 billion ye boy ye no ya kire nyuma ye dia ye ama Ghana ebi kosu ebi ahyase ni nyina nika aye kire mu se u bank ramante mu a utimi ko ehu project bi ti say redevelopment of circle and its ancillary works ewo ho no redevelopment of ridge redevelopment of construction of UGMC. Now, in 2008, Omanpenyi Kufuor laid bill of parliament to contract a loan between Ghana and Interchange to facilitate the construction of some regional hospitals and district hospitals. That loan, it was not drawn down on the 9.8 billion. The negotiations stalled until new government ebaye. So all that Eurojet drawdowns came on our 10.2 billion cedis. Fine. Kono. Handing over assets and liabilities. We drew down Sika on Pokwasi Interchange, on Obetemi Interchange, on Tema to Pakadan Railway. All these monies were drawn down. Again, we drew down an amount of $145 million. IAG Free Japan and Edibabe constructing a new bridge around Ashitari, Ekrobi or a friend Volivo onto Japan. So 145 million no are buying SOD counterpart funding of $25 million account. 3.5 years, I buy to me $25 million into the money is still sitting down. The project has never commenced. Enti say project debate say why infrastructure now within your own borrowing and Bank of Ghana say ye sika ye borrow a dachi mama betuano according to 260 billion cedis. You want 20 film akahin 140 billion. And no question ye bisa mo say munche ni amudi 140 billion aye wo krum ha. We so adapa bene wo. And I'm babe chere se mo si urina e wa kachi. Obi urina we see or station na or ti an oji 50% of food so home and look at mo delivery tracker. You are not ashamed? We see boreholes are NGOs are ye okrum ha. And then GMPs inquire aye more than 1,000 boreholes. And part of the corporate social responsibility of GMPC. It's not part of the 140 billion cedis. Are you getting me? This is assemblies, ACCC schools, mark of funding. It's not part of the 120 billion because this assembly is either internally generated fund and I say sika yeji or maimu out of the revenue collected and the percentage common fund chema assemblies. Enti mu loans amwajinu enfe bi call this assembly bia adani project wo honu enti mu this assembly for project ebo mu safo hini ayenim gwasema mu esanse mu abobusia 140 billion ye bisa one question na mu ka che urina toilet ma penti mi ko jina parliament ka say odinisa sinibu no aka say onu no we si jana bia pa jana bia e ka 140 billion assembly projects no. Enti we
jana be one constituency $1 million project.
Is it loan? O man penyi betina mo studio fem ha ya. Peace FM. And on say 1.6 billion capital investment budget bi wo Accra Mahama Nkwati so no odi. It is onu ba on farm to Accra no be yimu every year $275 million na ochichema constituencies. That was the promise. Yes, your budget statement more appropriation no HSL we are creating a $1.6 billion capital project fund. But you see, anything different appropriation. Budget is an estimate. And you assume you say, who accrue sika say ya, ubenya we not the document, who nya sika ni ya. It is just in words of English, but the money is not sitting in the account. Yomo muso mu kan ade omu nima ade no omu kan huma no mu nze osike bi wo ho estimates
oka borrowing and say mame nkotu we bi e wo omo manifesto no emu omo nyama omo chese omo aye so for see between 2008 and 2012 no Ghana's debt stock increased by 267%. Between 2012 and 2016 the increase was 243%. As a NDC.
We are not taking our
the increase
nominal
from
figures.
The increase from 2016 to 2019 was 76%, including the one-time financial sector bailout. That is what
from 4 na so person that or ma we need to brew or not the percentage calculation. From 4. We are talking about nominal figures. What is the nominal value accrued to Ghana's debt stock today? 140 billion. Omunja krono no mo bonu with percentage no. Meant na ha ma percentage and that down. Are you getting me? Because use percentage no. Disingenuous as Baomia is. Use rate of depreciation. Are you getting me? So he's quoting a percentage that suits his deceitful tank. We are using nominal figures. That is where the exposure is. Sika okwaji ye enye percentage in ekwaji yo. Ya nkwa nkobo busuan say ye percentage. Ye kobo busuan say ye pesika akonmasika say the djuma say what the 140 billion cedis 3.5 years. Change ma wa ya we see public toilet. We see ye sonchin. Ah! What kind of life is this? That is the crux of the matter. Again, when it comes to circle, interchange, and ring road flyover and ancillary facilities, these are two separate projects. And say you say ye call Parliament of Ghana, and ye call G2 me into call Parliament. There are two records HSA buying Ekoji Sika sake for this project, and also Ekoji Sika sake for this project. As a government or as a party, Yengani the quote of $260 million. We have not run from it, but we are saying, say, baby, our school doctor PhD, who got two projects, two separate projects, you boom, any figure back, cancer, and what you guasi that penny tilefi yes, sir. As I say, you are having two separate documents, so why are you putting the figure together? Again, who Baumia, Dr. Mamudu, or Mampenya Bedrichi, document ni we ni. Say obi ye boni say ya Ghana ka edisika a inflate costa but the loss of Ghana ye boni enya criminal. What have we done to today? Into Bejina College of Science and Art ukasa wanu ukanwie ye no ena ediden bae enti ampa say obi bokro no anipa ne fasika no nko. Is that what he's trying to tell us? That is the incompetence of Baumia to come to public and say Ghana have inflated costs into Kofu Ademudie discussion bottom, but me nyahunri this kind of people have to be in government. No, the time now to rescue Ghana and kick this incompetence out of our nation.
What Ghanaians are asking,
people are bereft of ideas.
What Ghanaians are asking, they say,
yes.
What different thing is the NDC bringing on board?
What different thing? You asked me that question, or you were asking me what the lies in the market that I should let people know the truth. So if you want to change the topic, you change it. I will go there because in Numapa in Sampa sometimes say background this kind of their mutromojo we high say nkoka wansem.
Na Ghana for bisa say Momu wo manifesto bia mo famra.
One guy any manifesto.
No way.
Na you launch manifesto, I just say any manifesto. Two. Ora. Ye papa. John Dramani Mama e born to Ewokroma. Aprobo okon unti na. Are you not hearing the things he has said? Em na ye die ye maame obenfu na na opoku agima di ye no. One thing some more kai. So what do you want to hear again? We don't wait for manifesto launch before we tell Ghanaians what we are coming to do.
Oh, okay.
And now ye ba no. Yes, it. Nyame ma ye nkwa na eba ekrum ha. Ejuma bia na ekoso ai aban we ba ye ekatutri di awabo a ontimi wie no. One, we make sure say within a year we complete all these projects and make sure there is a relief in the economy of this country. Two, ekabia aban di contractor for any omo musika akodimu esan say kenofuriata ni enesadison ye hwehan ka say we nim nya fenti yenji omu banks na yengu nkofo ndwuma ankofo sika kem a omu so omu di 22 billion cedis I rescue the financial sector cleanup as kanu so yenhu ye no. Within a year we are taking pragmatic steps to make sure say sanya money nyina ya rectify. One of the bold steps I yet taking say ya hwe Bank of Ghana over the years said omu regulatory and supervision function and until regulatory function in licensing function omu unti and no mutimi decided at the board say AKWAFO or a party when into engine bank without any proper scrutiny and report.
But with the cleaning up of the banking sector, Dr. Baumia Enano Peoba piece of or say about close to 98% of depositors now.
So, percentage edada nipa. Konfo. No the percentage edada nipa. Konfo. Onka nominal numbers. Baumia should be able to tell who say.
But what has say was say financial sector reform and was cleaning up the financial sector to save customer deposits. As of July 2020, government expenditure for cleaning up the financial service sector is 21.60 billion Ghana cedis, protecting the funds of 4.6 million depositors, investments of 81,700 people, and 10,000 jobs, which otherwise would have been lost.
Where are the jobs?
They've saved. They've saved.
You see, will you wait? Will you relax and listen?
Or say relax and listen.
Baumia, me say, when he shoots him, he sit down and start quoting percentages. Didn't I made mention of the 21 point something, almost 22 billion cedis are almost almost their share. Go and look at asset review report na that hono. the banks needed only 9 billion cedis to recapitalize and get their feet. In the first place, one a day recapitalization of banks in the free.
But someone can say president 2016 State of the Nation address. He quoted they say banks, there are issues with the banks.
Why? Who told you? Say even in America, banks always go through recessions and challenges everywhere in the world. Koneko Bisa, Zenith, Access, all the Nigeria banks say, what was their record in Nigeria? And now munya crisis no. Abanye wo hono anamontu be no 2 year. Emo munya mu Nigeria so ene they are going West Africa and Africa. No bank starts and have it on a rosy platform. You go through reforms and challenges. What you need to do is to make sure say propose an idea to have financial service authority to make sure say we the financial service authority will now regulate Bank of Ghana. So I bet sure mo say bank way say so you need to go and get their books reviewed, get their asset look at and see where they are falling short. You must have a say in running the bank by appointing members to sit on their board from the Bank of Ghana. And Nuna Bank of Ghana, and this corporate management is becoming a problem. Bank of Ghana must have a person from Bank of Ghana sit on their board and make sure everything is done in accordance with the laws. Bank of Ghana over the years, so you said the lapses is in Bank of Ghana. Their supervisory role is falling short. So you need to have an apex body of experts to now regulate them and push them day in, day out to make sure the bank sits up.
But during your time, you supervise it. You didn't.
You see, everything is stages.
Okay.
When you see challenges, you need to think big and create a platform that will address the challenge. As you speak today, the challenger Abba ISC are solving it. It's not solved because the same Bank of Ghana is the one regulating, licensing, and supervising. The shortfall will still happen because this is not the first time banking crisis, Abba. But because we've not taken that step to make sure, say, Bank of Ghana itself must also be regulated by a body to make sure, say, that is the policy that is coming. Free primary healthcare won't yana.
It's already in the health insurance.
It is not.
What is it?
It is not. Because Anthony Amiti, I mean national health insurance.
Okay.
But I'm a contributor.
Okay.
Are you getting me? How say? Don't I pay taxes in this country? You don't need to acquire card before you can pay to national health insurance. Don't I import goods? Me they buy NT. Me tadi. Me try anyhow. Me call restaurant. Me try there. Say yeti. This is not my contribution. But me need card. Me call hospital. I will have to pay for every services. Free primary health care. You don't need to have a national health insurance card.
Okay.
Any Ghanaian with your national identification card, you can get a folder free, consultation free, treatment free, medicine free. You don't need to be a national health insurance card bearer. And yes, you have to deal with database numu as an when you access to health. So this is a different policy and it's going to be the biggest. Are you getting me?
How sure are you, say Ghana for entrust more on this one? Because maybe before 2012, Mobano, you said you were coming to do one-time premium something, but we never.
Fine.
It was never realized.
2008.
Until Kwame now person Ghana for so a jimudi was this primary health care.
Some people look at the whole insurance scheme
okay.
At that time it was not national, it was mutual.
Mutual health.
Because Uji card war won't be far as
yeah.
So it was mutual. Now, whatever they look at after coming with that statement, which was not well thought through, was something that shouldn't have happened.
Okay.
But hereby, we met a report, yesterday report, and they shared the scope of the insurance scheme. Now, Ukita mutual health, a district base, you must first and foremost take it to the national base. Again, we share the volume of contribution Emma Sika Udi ye national health only Senate contributors and Abai Ejuma F4. So the other bigger changa informal was not contributed apart from say Omutu to Tonyama ena Ubenye bi also. In that scope you have a limited access to revenue that makes the health insurance workable. Again, so no, who expanding our national level, no, they need infrastructure and other ancillary facilities to make sure say expanding. Okay. Your reviews are reporting in a way, and we came out boldly to tell Ghanaians and say this was our promise. But after a well thought through plan, program, and action, we've seen that this promise I am ain't me new jumanti ye pamucho ya tria sign. But these are the alternatives I did buy yankan. So what is the problem? Why are we still repeating 10 years old promise?
Like me person wa femme so that Ghanaians
yes,
believe in
I'm
what you are
you.
saying.
So now it's a new ball game. Now today we have a lot of revenue bases as a country. We have a lot from our oil revenue. A sick nation, sick people in a nation is a sick nation. I get it. But when you get healthy people, your country is healthy. You work and contribute back to the nation for a growth. Now we have other resources. Sika Emma say Ebiana Yachana to make sure we give our younger generation education. Now, who feed people with knowledge? Now, say you don't feed them with healthy stature. What would be the end result of the knowledge? So we are adding that healthy life to those who are acquiring the knowledge. Again, the apprenticeship program are ready back to make sure say every young man and woman will not be left without having a trade. And we are creating that entrepreneurship hub to get everybody trained. And yes, unya sikanti untimi kosia hairdressing untimi kosia adepam untimi kosia mechanic untimi kosia auto electrician. And ya access aya research aya say nkwa no bebre nya nka omba akosua adwuma anka omuntina ekwan ho enye whatever. But ebi 1,000 Ghana 1,005, 2,000 sign agreement. Any honti abine the NDC is assuring Ghanaians say we are going to take care of all these things by creating the entrepreneurial sector for everybody to have access to be trained. Aside that, your training when you say your mau akadia udibako start wabrabo exemption of taxes for startup medium small medium businesses. A certain duration, and your policy, M1. So all these things we are saying, aside the $10 billion big push to revitalize the economy, give our infrastructure base solid ground for high economic takeoff, make sure our oil revenue and our mineral revenue is intact. A certain a Japan assassin deal. Say kronu bi bekosu enuanu bakofe didie. All these things are they not vision near etwa muslim akwaye. Looking at our major transport deficit. Ene nipa bebre before mbe do dwuma mu no ebi park your car obi afa okada because of the kind of challenge we have with our road network. And then looking at what Okada business demonize your is doing to the economy, both positive and negative. But when you come, we are buying as a challenge bar, you take both steps, arrest it, modify it, regulate it, and give it a better inroad. That is what we are talking about. Bringing new energy into the Okada business by legalizing and regulating it with a modernized face and creating access. Say highway so Okada ain't to try to car a nimbium. So government is going to take both steps by widening our road scope and creating motorized ways. Say Okada way no enunye until you don't have that right. Say ye to try to acquire do traffic intersectional. And then eso jina ubi so am say because police are omutina omujina hono mo hwe kamba no mo twim. So without regulation and giving them that free environment and enabling field, no, they will not be crossing traffic anyhow. All these things and many others that will be unveiled come Saturday will tell the MPP say their days is gone, not even numbered, it's gone. MPP to win again, then you have something to see.
Na mo manifesto mo launching that Saturday.
Enra Sami Jenfika say no.
Was it 31st?
August. 31st August, yes, Saturday. It's a mistake. 31st August. Nti ahubwa wo kwan mu. Nhihye nyina ekoso. It's going to happen in Accra here and it's going to be covered by all the media houses and you will hear point by point, sector by sector, inroad by inroad. Niaye abwa ama Ghana for enya fa ho dipa. Enye krono ekoso aban we.
Wow. Abusia me 19 was so no 100.9 FM. So Steve Okofunos Mame, I am a resident of UK. What the MPP man is talking about, UK government providing free Wi-Fi to every home in UK is a big lie. In UK, one has to subscribe for Wi-Fi from a service provider. It may either be BT, Sky, Virgin, and others. Johnson Mensah, and also this MPP man thinks he is the wisest man on earth. I am a Ghanaian with sound mind, therefore, as citizen of Ghana, I deserve the truth, not lies. How insulting is that for this man? Adiana above Menizu. Mamifa Wemra Noah the Ark builder and also the way ba and also it's obvious that my good uncle JM is 100% confused and desperate for power, but lie he can never be president again because we the good people of Ghana don't have short memories as he thinks we have. Afei what the Abamun Kaila Jonas I think that would the Makai Jomo Edway free pokwasin or each time BIAMAH coughs NDC catches cold. And also the Latifi Drews and what the way about watching live from Tema Community 1. Even bathrooms is even in their project. Nana Ferguson NDC should please learn their form of campaign is outmoded, yo. Na Anita at the auntie, says small boys Sami Jenfi don't respect. And what they are to Joseph Mame, are you sure the words the MPP man is using is right? Ghana and Adams and Nagba and was say this MPP guy is not serious. You forgot all the insults you threw to MAAME in 2016. Stop calling Sami Jenfi small boy, but rather call him small boy with very big brains. NPP starts making noise with MAAME. Okay, and also what they about Singina or say KO FIE and as madam, let that NDC man understand that we the soldiers and policemen are waiting for Sami Jenfi about what he said. Please, how old is he in politics? He should not know how to talk because Ghana is not for them. Honorable Abedi Kwada Sukuma say and I'll say AK police in the drone. The NDC should know that Ghanaians have seen what this Vice President Baumia's led government has done, and we shall renew their mandate. Nana Kwajoban Harrison, Mommy, please tell Anthony Nokwenu that I'm sleeping and will come back soon to listen to good policy explained by engineer Clonobi Batsa. No, Mommy BIAMAH, tell the NDC man that even if the 2-second interchanges cost 260 million compared to 5 interchanges costing 285 million, still doesn't make sense, and there was no value for money. And also the Gideon Amwako. Good afternoon, Mame BIAMAH. Please, Mame, tell all political party leaders 2020 elections we need peace. From Gideon Amwako, aka Kwasinkum, or the way free Aguna Inkum, no de Ebaye. Wabna Bwatin was Mame BIAMAH. You told the MPP man to be careful of his words when he used harmless words. Listen to the disrespectful and abusive words this NDC man in your studio is raining on. Yo, Matse, teacher constitution, we are more. Even another Mr. Free senior high school man is there. Do you think Ghanaians will vote for former President Dumso Mahama? Never. If NDC is the only political party in Ghana, I'll prefer to vote for Mame Ekwia Donko. Benson Arthur, this NDC man is not serious. Should go and come again. And also, the net Abano, me mighty, and our son Egua, Uti 100.9 FM. So na Messiah ba Peter Messiah ba also na mo manifesto no emuno oba or the atuja concerning health infrastructure projects are 3.5 years na NDC MPP mobile power motimi ababeye wakabibi wa say East District Hospital has been completed and commissioned, while 10 polyclinics have been completed and commissioned in the central region. Afe construction of 5 district hospitals in Sola, Tolong, Somanya, Bupe, and Weta, and a polyclinic in Bamboy are ongoing. Afe, we have begun the process to construct 101 hospitals with accommodation for doctors and nurses in districts without hospitals across the regions. When it afe na mwashasiye, afe na mopesa moye, munyanye. But it's there say we have done so far.
Oh, you see, so here your manifesto your launch here now, mame. You divided into 3.
Yeah.
Edin Kano, stewardship. I will Ghana for the share and son of near betu ya toss or ye. And near Yasha say Yankasaye, any near beye, say Yakwenya after 2020.
Okay.
And no any kubu who akonta nan wa yatron manifesto. Na nia oka ye mestres NDC for so ye NDC ni abomodia say sa document yi wonsa be ka bi na wakan bi. You see NDC for kasa wa bonten wa bra omunya mrekra enkan the 216 pages manifesto ayatro no. So na ebi wo mu pa.
Okay, there ya Ghana for Ghana for so kakra na say the project no unwie ye bi ono ma fair na why feasibility studies kakra, but you capture it as something a why year.
No, I mean,
because Mevan said when we know that you capture it, say this project have completed.
Yeah, you know, you trust him say a project ongoing, ongoing project. I just say yasha say yeah.
Okay.
And I know you can sort. I will Kolebu. I basically 400 bed maternity block. Ediama ayi nebo nebo na a half of normal no rate. The price of 400 bed, no, the price of the same 400 bed, regional range was $250 million.
Okay.
And you know, 145 million euros.
So the amount of value for money.
Value for money. Any project reviewed by this government, the price comes down. We have reviewed number of them, including the Circle Interchange.
But according to the opposition NDC books, you know, Bosia Mabono and correlated to Yama Mokasa Moyeno.
Say Okobo Bosia. Na say Odi Bosia no ba. Na Odi beye judgment debt payment. Obi enya adwuma wa Ghana. Na abrante kwabrane woman 52 million say onya. That is questionable.
This can munti menye back.
Yeguso ayeje ni fie nyina ya jeje. Oh, what you me fie nyina ye den sato so ayeje. Say ukotue sika ma asofoto na ukoti free loan a okoje mu a eno no umu a Ghana. So we could trace kama PC, construction pioneers. Nasa ibusa say I didn't know this Ghana say on also the kama pa monko chomo UK. Nasa we trace kama nasa we could bulo na okoje no we the command udia. Ono na ye ka ho asem say enu kwa say we borrow now the eche ma obi a onya adwuma maga.
All these things when you were in opposition you were talking about corruption. But mo ba ye Ghanaians are piece of say ye hu say mo chichin crofo gum mo the special prosecutor so e buy ye hu say mo ye bibia won chi
obi can say ye call now no ye launch a manifesto no ya nkasa amfa corruption ho. And this is under the governance, corruption and public accountability. Obi a person can be no more than kind. Okay. Number 233 ho.
Okay.
Na oka the subsection 10 na o see we have successfully defended several legal claims against the state and reversed the trend. We have reversed the trend where huge monetary rewards are made against the state, saving Ghana 100 million first one euros. The second one is 920,000 pounds. The third one is 13 million US dollars. And then the fourth one is 166 million Ghana cedis. These were cases now court and people could defend the year. Are you winning in your Sasikawi Yantuamobia? And this time, judgment that became a thing of the day. It was institutionalized. People were being begged to put in document to ask for judgment debt. Na ye pam for chow sa omomra na omeji judgment debt. Na areho say enne manifesto ye omunya bi nkan ye no. Who say nkrofo church name bi o Facebook. Misre o ma ompeso mo kan say UK say almost say aban bia ni ho a o say all ye free Wi-Fi e o fie bia mu. Miro a UK phone newspaper obi oposo kan bia Labour for government. This is what they said. Labour to nationalize broadband, giving every home free fast Wi-Fi. This was 2018.
Okay.
Time na omo person ba ban mo. Now okosro ha UK government to bring free Wi-Fi to public buildings across the nation.
Okay.
This is
and has it been done?
They are ongoing. So me no can say could do any train station bia Wi-Fi is available.
Okay.
Free of charge. Utna double decker bus free Wi-Fi omu provide free of charge. And this is the level some countries are taking omun for odeko. Na yenso Ghana ye provide free Wi-Fi ama yenkora omu school mo and this for say omun TB da. So na so hwe nia yenya yi kan the first parliament. Na parliament o ko jisika no ma approve ma sata mu majority na mo fa kwan bi so ko jisika e de bagana anu nche say mu you're not thinking about value for money. Sure, so we project like cycle 1 no the ground preparation so we parts are ye drill from na ye di shim and sana the pillars na so na ya ye first interchange no so na enu ne bo no e dancing we wie no now the ebi so no ye interchanger. So if the preparation for the ground, about 80 parts, now you see pillars, you see, so now yeah, first interchange, it costed Ghana 74 million euros. Now say what we and now we see top position. Now say no cost times 2 of the preparation. Why yet the board in the this is questionable.
You are an engineer, and I can.
So I say, mommy, so we share project now. The length of it. The length of it. Oh,
is he a structural engineer?
I don't need to be a structural engineer. No, Miss, I don't. You don't guys have the idea. Let me give you.
No.
Let me tell you what I'm talking.
No. You are being disingenuous. Oh, you see, you want to be a technocrat to the fact.
So I heard the length of project na cycle now. It is 1.2 kilometers. If you look at the Pokias now, air cost to Ghana less than $80 million now. The length. Yeah, double road from Pukiase. Yeah, they qua copying baby. Yeah, toast no double road. A day is going na. Yeah, bubu ni na. You must say cycle. Yeah, cycle. Interchange no. Why na need dance why you pay compensation man? So the cost.
Where in this country?
Oh, me pacho. Oh, now Papa fee is cycle.
Take the project.
Papa fee is cycle.
See the number
me
of
pacho
that were compensated.
Me short to so me so cycle now Papa fee is yeah pa. Now the man can say. Project aya no pokiase no if you look at edanya yabubuagu na the idea is Ghana hanu tue sika ma obi na so tue dam no amu a edi fie kwa nanim na ukutu na eden the idea is yabubu dan nyina agu ene ye gya mfimfie no nti in future if we want to expand the road na mfimfie na ye gya nkakraka no na ya ye ho se be ya enkofa semre. This is the thinking of this government. We are very focused on money, value for money. Yeah. Me na me can say yeba mamu me bibia review ye bia any contract reviewed we have managed to cut the cost down. Project back when review ye president the vice president ne fia ye siama no the cost should have been 7 million and this if we better na ba mu no omo pagya ne bo na cost e could do 14.5 million. Yeba mamu within first year any review ye we've been able to cut down more than 5 million out of that project. And what was it here? So Amari and this for the 17 member committee Anna Anderson they were able to negotiate and cut down 150 million. This money is come to the government coffers and signing second contract with them. So
all those review and judgment debt on it.
None of them. Company no honey negotiate and it may cut it down cost. But me more example. And this for buy anything they reviewed. The price went up. The first one, Bui Dam started by President Kufo. Ombesomu na you do 70%. It wasn't within shortest possible time. You near the 400 megawatts. You add it to a national grid. And this for no review here. The cost went up by 168 million. You can read it on internet. This information is there.
Google it.
Oh, Master, name your phone good on. Google. Whilst I'm talking about
phones.
Okay. Miss Low,
Peter, obey the way be a ban was MAAME in New York City. There is free Wi-Fi ask everyone.
Can you imagine? That is the level the advanced countries are taking their people. So that's it. And this, you see, they're so bereaved. You see, and people for all that they think about is how they can loot, they can steal, and they can share. That is all they think about. So, share. President Kufo enya oil mine. You can say ye refinery, gas refinery, because gas oil enya you know. Ye di begu verse ni mu a. Esro no e produce gas. Now ya twe gas no, na ya refine it. It mean to be aduane, it mean to be generate electricity. We had a contract with a Japanese company. Now the putting up the plant should have costed Ghana $700 million. And this is for review, you know. They completed the project at the cost of 1.5 billion. And this is for you. So that's it. And this is for the young son for Emra Mamumbio. A year today. That and this is for from 2009. Sabri, all that everybody was talking about was judgment debt. Look at the opposite. We are fighting to save money into the coffers of Ghana government. And this is for Edenamobio. Sadly, exactly 6 years today, Mame. Now, John Mahama was at US or signed a contract with IMF for a bailout of 1 billion because the economy was so bad. Ghana city had depreciated by more than 40% within a year.
I no can say yari nam nakadompe.
Yari nam maya kadompe. Omo sat French nimu. Ama say anyasem kotokra. And this for we mo. So ene mo batranka say ensan fa mamu mamo. Hwe Ghana ha ye ha. Enam some ma bo na mu nim hwinti. And this for ebi si wo Ghana hada. Any person who is an expert in any field was invited to meet at Senchi. Maame say otin wasem. Omo ko che ho. How long go you
invite him uncle?
Yeah, because you see, when we're in opposition, and this was we're calling say we should provide them the ideas to rule the nation. When you're in opposition, our interest was to provide the alternative, and this has been opposition for this while. Alternative.
Steve Okunfor, the way Yabano say, please, Mame, let the MPP man understand that Labour Party lost the election in 2018. Is the conservative government which is in power now and have not implemented what Labour was proposing. You should stop throwing dust into
but I just read to you what is been published, that the government of Labour
but they are not in government.
No, I mean the government of conservative for Oma introduce Makaya didn't say
okay.
And to be so when you Google.
You were mentioning Labour and
no, the first one was Labour. Okay. The second one is this particular government. Okay. And they're going to roll it out throughout the nation. Okay. It's something that is on their plan. And that will be New York as well.
Yeah.
So that is the level we need to move the country forward. The guy is lifting the country to a level. And this is for but
and this is Google naming is all a liar.
Then this is or a liar. And then the same Google also name your mama as the most corrupt person in the whole world. That is what Google says. So liar and the corrupt person. So, share no mommy. Sautie near NDC for a year. Media me anyamwa. San say. So Busa Homo say all my ideas were here. When they were in government, what they said to NPP say yes, say all my there we should provide them the ideas.
Another person another angle swaba and was say Anita Adi and Inti and was say, did you listen to what he said? I am a teacher and I live here in UK. During lockdown, the government supplied laptop and Wi-Fi.
You see? So what I say? And one more minute, no, be now be UK by crash baby.
Bedroom.
Now, and the question woman is there.
Now wrap it up, my man.
And PP say about 2020, mame. Na sa ofa okokromuti pa na ohwe ne NPP fo aye enfie miensa yatimi aboa ma dum so afi ho yatimi ma unemployment atimi akofom ama enwuma ba Ghana businesses boomia na sa ofa okokromuti na de koto ba na de tia NPP na oto mama NDC a se mame se nipa no se wutimu nya din pa na ba ye na yo seriously se okoto ba 2020 na se ohwe ne NPP aye pa enwuma ye dia ba any senior yesimi aboama dum so hwe and this ba amamumu within the first 6 years starting from Atamels till 2014 NDC did not add a single megawatt of energy to our national grid. This is on record. Until said dum so a grip yenya no omko fa amari any car power buy. So until how long ne twase yetimi tena wo hawmu ema ya hu kire ye ne a me no kase ade NPP yaye within the first 3 years. If you look at
mo hana me pese me chip in power no mo buy infie me san fani mo de send account.
Wonim and this if work tam asem kese pa bato Ghana so na it took NPP government to manage this. Hwe time na ye wo dum so ni mo no. Difficult and they signed unnecessary contracts, including 225 megawatts of energy through solar. Now, solar no contract almost signing almost see every kilowatt hour be on generated ama Ghana. If they add a national grid, they will sell it to Ghana at 30 pence. 30 cents. It is unprecedented. Wabra Ghana and now you negotiating ama ya cutting it down to 9 cents. The team negotiate too. We have brought it down to 9 cents. And my contract now, you sharing you only 500 normally become. Near Okotena, solar energy plant. Okay. We have added 155 megawatts of energy to our national grid. And this almost change almost first year, first 6 years. How many megawatts of energy did they add to the national grid? It is unprecedented. Towns, any rural areas, they are connected to the national grid. No, what kind of maku say towns, oh mame, towns maku 2,824 towns, and they are connected to the national grid because of doing so. And this 8 years, also record according to Electricity Company of Ghana, record, they were able to add only 614 towns. Can you imagine? Kufuor 8 years. They added 2,413. John Mahama or John Rollins. Ono kra ono na yeso onya ade no. Look at his time. He was able to add 1,909 towns to the national grid and DC. Now how long? Now we pay Yansan tribute. Now you for John Mahama with this mismanagement. Yanfa womo and some namamu. I didn't want to pay. Ghana, we have moved forward and we need a better administration. Yes, see, and Ghana and Kwada umu school. Who school? Nasa unya juma. Edin so behind dying. Edin se ubitimia ko kromu na ko behind dying. Abino the policy ba a national rental scheme. So who school now unya juma. A juma no and no answer would the offer letter aba say manya juma wo nkran manya juma wo kumase manya juma wo afija kwabre north aho na meko na wako wodo letter nako na aban no ama usika se ji na fa ko han down ho na within the first year no wonya awia na aban no so or tete usika na kakra they bedu 1 year no na wonya sika wan kasa betimi dia han wo dan. This is what the government is going to introduce and that is NPP government.
It has Peter wanu hwamma Anthony my memory also na ma show ha na ya onya ko no se mami BIAMAH. What the engineer is saying is true because his analysis is based on facts. Paul Boachino says come to Los Angeles, free laptop and Wi-Fi for those who are low income. Steve AKWAFO, please tell the MPP man that I live in Clapham Common. The UK government supplied that as an intervention during the lockdown. This is different from what he's saying, that the government has supplied free Wi-Fi to the people. Okay, to every home. Okay, Mate. And also what they are about. Now, Mamifa way the right. Kwaku Boakye fighter Kwaku Boakye no say facts checking from Despite Media is something that needs commendation. Thumbs up, journalists of Despite Media. Yeah, that's pa. Ya may ensure send no wahuno. The front cover of the Green Book reads Government Achievement, but page 181 has only project impressions for 2 interchanges on the Tema motorway. Why? You see at the way free Adenta and a buyer. Giago said the way free. So now we are all listening to the promises of these politicians, and I know on 7 December Ghanaians will think wisely and vote for a policy that will benefit them and their future. Ghanaians are now matured, so if you feed them with money to vote for you, they will chop the money but will not vote for a policy. But will vote for a policy that will change their future. And on they about mistake and the way free so the credibility of a messenger is equally important as the message. Dr. Bawumia is gradually losing his credibility by throwing out contradictory figures, non-existing projects, and peddling falsehood. And also or they about BIAMAH Bianca Brofode reader afternoon to you, but it is true that Mr. John Mahama said Nana Bawumia policies are senseless or lack sense. Then I think he's still in his weak mind, as he said to someone years ago, or he is selfish and greedy human being, because all comments from him makes no sense to real citizens. Nana Bwaji Berlin and our way Abba Sami Bwachi way as a matter of fact, Dr. Bawumia was on point and he is 100% right. NDC has nothing to do to solve the banking crisis. Their aims and plans is impossibility. Look at the numbers of adverts they do against free senior high school. Now, because of desperation, they are saying they will implement it. Emptiness and scams. For more for Nana to do more. Dumso alone will never bring NDC back to power again. Ray Ediway Efritema Ena Ode Abba. And the MPP NDC shouldn't worry because 2020 gum all the way. Dangote Junior and also Ediway Abba Abesosono. Now, Tony Mame Mrawhe. What reactions be to issues are already?
No, I won't waste my time on it because he said nothing. Totally, absolutely nothing did he say. Is he? Peter. Let me say he's warming up. Oh, bad man, you are not justifying yourself. You've not been part of the system all this while.
You don't know me.
No, Peter, listen. You are just justifying yourself. BIAMAH more topic, or Chelsea mu manifesto say mu dem mu chire. Oh,
enye manifesto. And I'm person money din foforo.
Manifesto. Then am kan.
I guys mu manifesto.
Manifesto say then because na no omuko gina ho yi Mahama din kwara na omubo. Enti mi dem mi say manifesto omuko launch yes omuko re launch man Mahama ma NDC na mini.
Oh okay.
Enye mwanwa mi nu a she NDC atade aba enti otumi. Che. Peter, you have made submissions. But don't mean check Ghana for say, Mumu come boy project amudi yini. Project be a more boss wo ho no. Ye timi kire mo say sika ye ginimre edit to ho. 15 polyclinics na ba omia list wo. Say manifesto say structure we no. Gumwa de ramp on bisiase esikuma duakwa ekunfi na akwa Adenta, Botiano, Sege, Oduman, any Ashama, Enkikahon. Apart from that, another cost, Nusika 37 million euros. I had the shares our projects and I seen a hand over. Access and liability.
At the end of the day, no, uncompleted projects are muja and
projects are starting and they hand over more with its associated fund.
Okay.
It's one bejiska incomplete. And the crampo still multi complete baby. 5 others, Veta, Tolon, Sola, Bamboy, any Somenya, and also 7 million euros. And also Mama Jimusika, Etrafem, almost 30 years. Nina 60 bed. And no mobile still multi complete. Adia this car jam. Any project Ajanuka multi complete. Ni bisa mu 140 billion mu chere project na makochire Janabia makochire urina na makofa organizations for boreholes omo tutu ni schools omo esi edi chere na e ka chere se mu mbo mu humodi a na wifi obi e ka say wifi nye possible one kind mu 2016 manifesto na ewo se mu be mu timi nye mu mpa ho choye mu se akotro mu 2020 manifesto. And say, how reliable and realistic are you when you make promise you can't deliver? Are you getting me? Every project I was making mention say, you don't even know the cost of the Pokwasi Interchange. Maybe you don't even know the funding source. Oh. Who is funding it? Tell me that. Who is funding it?
I don't know. Question me.
Tell us who.
Oh, tell us.
Because only man can you not quote a figure that is not true.
Which one is not true?
What is the cost of the Pokwasi Interchange?
It's less than 80 million.
You see, you don't even know.
No,
It is
I have
not
a
true.
document here.
It's not true.
It's
not true.
I said it's less than
The government of Ghana went to an agreement with AFDB. $84 million. Government of Ghana counterpart funding $11 million. The whole project cost is $95 million. Go and look for the documents. This is budget. This is parliamentary records. Okay. So you don't come and quote any figure when you don't have the fact. Again, the project components on Pokwasi, and the material usage, land test, soil analysis is not the same as other interchanges. These are things you're an engineer, you should know this thing. Maybe you are a building engineer, or
okay,
you are.
Let me quote it out. Let me quote it out here.
You are a chemical engineer.
Let me quote
you
it.
don't know civil engineering and
here.
structural engineering.
Okay. I have just found it on internet. Let me quote
it.
Source.
Oh, internet is wide. They'll be at me the near to. I'm telling you, parliamentary document, baby. I approve it.
No, but this is a public document. I said the project is less than 80 million euros.
It is not true. It's not even in euros.
I said it's less than that. If you convert it to a dollar, sir.
Euro is lesser than dollar.
It's what?
Euro is lesser than dollar.
It's less than dollar. Is that what you're saying?
Euro need dollar. The end was true.
Euro is higher than dollar.
Euro.
Yes. Yeah, Euro is higher than dollar.
When we took 74.88 million euros.
Yes.
When it was converted to dollar, how much did you?
90.
90. So which one is high?
The euro is higher.
Higher. Okay, fine. That is it. So how many?
And I'm saying that it's less than 80 million euros.
Euros, or you are quoting dollars?
He said euros.
It was signed in dollars, so you cannot be quoting euros.
Okay, Matthew.
The agreement was in dollars.
Matthew,
you didn't go for euro from AFDB. I don't know where you are getting your euro source from. It may catch you. 84 million euros.
Okay.
Are buying the counterpart funding of $11 million. The whole total cost there a year, 95 million. Now, MPP, HSA, almost 40 years. Now, you can buy Ghana 3 years.
BIAMAH 40 and so the same.
BIAMAH one plot of land. And I call architect was on here 3-bedroom house. Another additional 1-bedroom apartment as guest house, a swimming pool, and other facilities, all at a cost of 30 million. That is the cost of your project. Now, within, we shall say, oh, me does, some by 20, me person mu review na mu 5 bedrooms, mu swimming pool, any other way na me se mu yi na mu fa ni nyina at the same cost. What have you done? It is a project.
As a Pokwasi Interchange.
Pokwasi Interchange. Let me give him the project scope.
Okay.
It was initially a 3-tier interchange with other ancillary facilities like schools. Oh wait, you see, when you have a document, Mimi Betina ha and Bomi Trim, me can you know I call Ministry of Roads. I could be saying, yeah, but more document no can. And no one I say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Document when you kasa you are not putting your PhD into a credible use. Utie, you see schools, you see clinics, market, police posts, community library. Aside that, you are developing many documents. I can't quote the number of kilometers of roads that would have put in Amomole, Asofan, Pokwasi, Ofanko into Kwabenya, any Amasaman. Because who get such a project to an intersectional, you need to communities a war on now, munya social amenities. Into share Awoshi Kwanyi, with the number of schools in other community roads Uba
Kwabenya
Kaswa Interchange. Roads are here from a Hon Konyanyano to Amasaman. Bojuasi, community roads are here Kaswa, Zongo, and all those things bypass are here from Bojo B Junction. Efa Kukro Bite Botiano, Langba Tuba, Akosi, almost Bujumburam, John Nina is part of the project cost. I get you. These are the beneficiary communities. And it's still hospitals, Basu.
And it's still less than the one at Circle. Maybe.
Will you wait?
No, sir, still less than the one at Circle.
Was it only one flyover?
Which one?
Kaswa. How many flyover in your?
What a Kaswa, so.
Hey, you. My class, I'm a bomb. I
thought as much. I was about to ask you, are you a teacher?
It's mobile and the number of schools need other facilities. Now, on the last layer, third layer, no compare traffic intersections to take care of Awoshi to Kwabenya flow. No, we share cost component of all this. And ye other things. I bet me the one flyover, a fee, Awoshi stretch onto Kwabenya stretch, so that will not put any traffic intersection. This is what they did. They are calling 4 years. The 4th year is not taking care of any interjection flyover. It is only one road from the Awoshi side onto Kwabenya side. It's good, fine, it's ideal. The first designers felt the traffic intersection to Honum. The review committee that came said no, cost of the traffic intersection, any other facilities are you make me one flyover. What is
no, they shouldn't talk
the
about
project cost did not change. It will be now say value for money na more reduce cost. I tell you, it's palpable falsehood. Don't say it again. Today, take it from me. So that next time when you go to another set, you are clear. Again, the materials are Yeyusu or Pokwasi is totally different from material Yeyusu or circle. Now, with the circle, the keba yedi way asphalt in the two concrete way in the two asphalt. All those things were imported. They were not in this country. Okay. Pokwasi is purely concrete, but this is compost steel design and construction. Compost steel is the most expensive steel in construction of bridges and interchanges. And then you know, use compost because the soil test report this stretch of road. That's why the same thing is being used at Obetebilamti. It's not the same soil test Albenyawo. Pokwasi. So Pokwasi Ubetime use the structural concrete and beams. Albetime the same work. Again, the number of pipes are here sinking to make sure that road stand the test of time for 60 years of strength, no? And yet the same pillars. Here we are burying 7,000. I am burying 40,000. Are you getting me? Aside that, we see compensation. The least amount of compensation I am Boja Nikra na odi table 2 baby a tomadi or circle 350 Ghana cedis. Project document
350,000 or 350
cedis, 350 cedis.
That is all 3.5.
Yes.
Okay.
Nipa dudu aye mamu compensation on circle interchange is roving around 630,000. All these are documents. Go and look at it. Let's show the compensation cost. We see now down any one my this year. Do you really know the circle and what is there today? Pedestrian the way lorry park now or hon now down is what does this. What are we talking about? Pokwasi was almost a bare land. Majority of Pokwasi side no a bare land. You compensate assassin for no and yes so high so be this structure is the structures are able to and yet too much. And and yes, say argument because documents no and then maybe some say 3.5 years. Some of say Bonibia Kosua. And then we are who is being held under investigation. Curious Gava no here project no Amusu Oboye Krono no. Why is he continue another project in Ghana? Say ye koji loan and project design everything. Our contract awarding was in progress. The same cost and then implementing. Who see a B who were value for money, baby, the one who value for money. It's not the same government that awarded the 2 contracts. And then Moody railway free tema. Eko Pakada Jimu Safuni. $380 million from Exim Bank of India. Did you sign it? Did you negotiate it? Did you do the design? Feasibility studies are here. Procurement are here. And now AFCONS. Ebe see omu plant shy hills almost 30 constructing slippers no na mo abai no na mo nenam nya yampia na mo tu okrum ha enam di ahye mu book mu mo agi 140 billion mu sika no mu di ayeden a adane kasakasa ne iya every project you are mentioning you betimi a kire na agi sika is part of our 110.2 billion cedis aye musi ya boka ya jatu mu agi 140 billion musika we then I'm with and you say who did we FIFA.
Got your rap, MAAME crap.
And for me,
last word.
Ghana for share or see ebi oko to Abama NDC and there a damn be na boss or be. Mini amen kono sir because eti for no muti no. Untimi show mu the way awu hu nyama and the way akuma wo. Ye nyina ye okru. Nsema hodo 4 years nya wo kan ani nya wa ye. 4 years nya obi ye ye ni nya ode ba. This is the comparison and contrasting. Na for say Ghana for Agia to me in the sense on my assessment of the NDC John Dramani Mahama for the 4 years of
30 seconds
the administration. Nya oye nya ojagu ho nya nka o kwan mu sese anko nya wa ye ama Ghana for ni nya mu kan ye ni nya mu ye no mo for say no never again say betina say ma dada ni nkontopo agi oman yi e ma ye nya na kontompo wura the first any adada hini baomia yentimi nkoso sa it come December 7 there about no so bi kotu na abako ba bia atem didie nim because wa chena adwin esa se kebi mami kebi na minim se nsuo paso beto okrom ha e ma Ghana fa na tuma pra kontompo nya dada de nkoso bi
that say Anthony Nukwenu and I tell nka no na Peter last word
my last word you see MAAME you see NDC John Mahama cannot be trusted say the Ghana a national health insurance special munsum time na omu free power they left about 1.2 billion Ghana cedis loan e kan da ho pa ye ba
on health insurance
yes na moment me anye onim time on promise one time premium no on say oil na present kufunya man no the international oil companies no omo sika omunya no they pay national health insurance levy at the Ghana by and ikuta Ghana a national health insurance mu won hu adwan na present kufu de ye and this for hu ya and say you was the way there you be promising Ghana for one time premium now they are promising a free primary health care. What would they do with the secondary healthcare and what would they do with the tertiary healthcare? You need your national health insurance to be able to have these records down to go through our national system. Yeah, national health insurance, one of the best throughout the world. One of the best throughout the world. UK there, Obia or yeah, you know. Oh, my patron, Obia. National insurance buy. Almost even free secondary school comes from the buy. Because advert line school uniform. And free education for one. I say do get free education for one. One more, and this is what my name was about to buy. So what was that there? And then the Muslim to buy free education for one.
Me that say. I was young for empenyo for uti wa munkai Peter Ejibuesiako. And I face why a national MPP communications team member and what say and then a chum komono. And I fe Anthony Nukwenu ono ye NDC Greater Accra Regional Organizer. Empenyo for me no ne ewie me sa eka wo mo e wo hanom a me no wo mo abo adwuma pa enkomo no ayede. Me nua me 19 waso go a wuti no we de ne de memma etiefo chance kakra bi ye wo mreki 12 nti we de maybe telephone lines no na ya fa 2 calls bi na yetimi e de asore eso eti we de oda me pacho bi mama hello oda pacho what to say nyame adom pacho wan me hia ni
me pacho mi mini Mr. Nokure asa me kata free kaswa
eja nokura san yeti o
me pacho ma minche excellency John Dramani Mahama na akoyo na mi fi uru aso me man happy birthday oba pa mini honorable opinion otuna ohu any year jume NDC ni onyankopon hira no any education a wo teacher we teach MPP ni no which was MPP for ya dadafo ma omo for my Ghana for you enti mi say me tawo ma penida bechi so okada no wo be embe petri no matimi nyasu jewe duma me ni ya dwin na dike for obetiom ka men god for customers obetiom ka me ni ya dwin
me that say Meda sepa. Hello.
Yeah, mommy bien.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Me ba jodi ni baby afri.
Na ya okasa Peter Bola.
Yo, yeah, it's you.
Me mama mo wabaso. Wabaduma. Eastern Regional Secretary Jeff Kwadumechiano. Na me mama Amadukua. Bringing in Pokemon so mechiano. Mame mame MPP ni na ohono. Or the Anthony Nukwenu aku school away papa. Na me de se enne Ghana po nyina hu se ye ka atromu atro a NDC fo na ya aprofo and NDC fo catch ye Ghana fo so omo na different education by ma to different education no ma sense na na do kwa kufu adoka so de ba mo to ho pe me ma me de kura so wo hu video ni bi na also ye Ramahama promise you kada obetra so 8 years no so no kada fo ye adwuma no o ma police fo chom da bia mesere ukada po yegwa mahama ne adisi omu ni fi di mamu adada eno mu dada mu ni mu na mkoto aba na mamu a mo wura abehu ewo mamu a me ma no nya menye adwuma
That's pa. Hello. Hello. Okay. Ebusia for me the course ni nyina me de ebesi hanom say na ye sorry so a enesa me minty na wadaroma mu nyina mo be yadom ema ye de ebrem 100.9 FM so aseda kese enkoma kunu Ghana Limited for madaroma no bo echidom emi de enadwumadi ye de ebrewo ohwe kunu fo amesre wa bomode se obeko East Legon wo mo ewo a Champo Junction okọ pharmacy na fe chemical shop ne herbal shop biamu a obenya kunu fo wo mo enro ne be ato production team Joe Odame Ado Magjerio Sajima na Frema wo mo na ebo a mebo michidom ema mebo adwuma ye medin ede MAAME BIAMAH AKWAFO me sorry so de me nua OLA MICHAEL no so betena se wagye tata ede ye AKWAFO makra mu nyina eda mo